please take the time to visit podsurvey.com/peasants to complete a short 21-question survey. Participants in the survey will be entered into a chance to win a $100 Amazon gift card. The survey can be taken multiple times, so feel free to visit back each month for your chance to enter the drawing. Please help to support the show by using our Amazon links located in the description anytime you purchase anything from Amazon. It's a great way to support the show while just going about your normal business shopping on Amazon.com. Also, check out our storefront for Drunken Peasants recommended merchandise. Patreon pledges of $5 or more will now receive 2 private shows each month. In addition to the private shows, Patreon pledges of $10 or more will receive the Drunken Peasants post show after each episode of the Drunken Peasants, Ben and Billy's monthly shitty movie review, and regular behind-the-scenes vlogs with Ben and Billy. Sign up anytime to catch the future shows as well as past content. If you want to catch the post shows but you're not a patron, click the join link below this video to become a member of the Drunken Peasants channel. In addition to each post show, you'll also get special badges and emojis that you can use in the Drunken Peasants live chat. Streamlabs will be open for the duration of each episode. Click the link below to send us a message. Donations $20 and above will be read out through text-to-speech and will require our immediate attention. All donations below $20 will be read at the end of each segment. Keep an eye out for our weekly Streamlabs goal, which if we meet, we will do an extra show the following week. If you find any content you'd like to see us cover on the show, send it to drunkenpeasantsinbox@gmail.com. All submissions will be reviewed for possible usage in a future episode. Click the Discord link in our description to join the Drunken Peasants Discord. Interact with other Drunken Peasants fans in text and voice chat, as well as the peasants themselves. Visit the Google Play Store and download the Drunken Peasants app to catch the audio version of the show while you're on the road. In addition to the app, the audio-only version of the show is also available through iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, SoundCloud, and other audio platforms. That's all we have for now. Enjoy the show.
Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on you, man. It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Oh, hello, everybody, and welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast 514. And tonight,
514.
Tonight we have the guys from the Not for Human Consumption podcast joining us.
Yeah.
Well, 2 of them.
What's up?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
It's going pretty good. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
We've had them on the Alter
Anytime.
Perspective a few
Anytime.
times. So it only made sense to bring them over to this
I had
world.
to bring him up to the big leagues, baby.
Yeah. Big time stuff.
So for our Drunken Peasants audience, you guys want to tell them a little more about yourselves as a collective and individuals?
Sure. For the show, Dylan and I do a weekly podcast called Not for Human Consumption, which is just NFHC. And we get drunk and pretty much just talk shit to each other relentlessly and then watch some weird shit on the internet. And
Sounds familiar.
One of our bits, hey, I don't know. Somebody else should do that show too. And we try to piss off one of our co-hosts just because we can. And yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Is he like the salty co-host?
Was that your co-host that we had on last time?
Yeah, Dave. Dave that was on tap last time.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, where the fuck
We just
is
trying to
Dave?
piss him off.
But him and Pimp Monk got along like really well.
Because Pimp Monk's the one that we fucking piss off all the time.
It's true. It's true. So Pimp Monk is our Dave.
He's our,
Yeah,
he's
you
our
guys
Dave.
see.
Our Dave moment.
That's where we got the idea from too. I mean, obviously, it's just
Stealing everything.
I don't mean to call you guys thieves, but
And they had Asterios vomit. Did you see the vomit in our intro video? You see the
yeah. Ben and I kind of invented drinking and talking shit on things.
Yes.
It's kind of our thing.
yeah. You guys cornered the market, and we're just here backing it up, I guess.
I think when we first started, everybody was calling us a ripoff of you guys. So there you go.
Well, Ben called us a ripoff of you guys when we did that podcast competition on the Dick Show.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Ooh.
Yep. Called out.
Wow.
That was during a heavy wake and bake session for
So
me too.
is this entire stream gonna end with them calling you out after waiting for 11 months like the non sequiturs did to Brett King?
That would be hilarious. So before we get into the subject matters of tonight's show, I did want to take a moment to remind everyone that we are doing a 24-hour show. It's starting at noon on New Year's Eve. It's starting at noon Pacific time on New Year's Eve and going all the way until noon Pacific time on New Year's Day. We got a bunch of people lined up. We got the guys from the Non Sequitur show coming on. Anna Had a Hearts. From what I understand, Evan LaFavor and Pagan Situations.
Nice.
John Page is coming on. Frank and Brand from the Geek Room are coming on. A bunch of other people. Marshall Manson, Jeff, how you say, Olede. A bunch of other people. And we're.
I want to see a before and after from this too, from when you start to what you look like at the last moments of this thing.
I've done 2 before, and it was pretty brutal.
I've been there for both of them.
Yeah, yeah.
The second one really sucked.
Yeah, the second one, I was not ready.
Oh, it was really bad.
Oh, and also, actually, I forgot to name another guest we're going to have. And actually, you know what? I have homework for all of you guys watching out there. So our buddy Onision is coming on the show.
That's so far, yeah, but there's that's the plan.
Well, he said he was still coming on, even though he was upset about what was said about him, and we are going to cover that. But my homework for you guys, the audience, is I would like you guys to send in questions for me to ask Onision. If they're dumb, like, why are you so retarded or something, I'm not going to read that. But and here's another thing. He doesn't have to answer any of the questions. So if I ask him a question, he can say, I don't want to answer that. So,
yeah.
But I would like to know what the audience, by and large, wants to ask him, and I'll ask him. He's been asked questions like this before. So, yeah, don't miss a 24-hour show. And by the way, everyone I named isn't everyone that's coming on. So calm down, everybody.
Yeah, there's going to be other guests too, like the purple dinosaur Barney from the kids show. Barney the kids show. What the fuck was that called?
Barney the purple dinosaur.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, he might be on.
Yeah, that guy.
Because we love puppets around here.
Yeah. So, and by the way, guys, if you are sending in Streamlabs, we will read them at the end of the first segment here. So, yeah, and we got a bunch of fun stuff planned for the 24-hour show. We're basically putting so much fucking energy into that. It's going to be insane.
Yeah.
And look, luckily my doctor prescribed me Adderall, so I will not be falling asleep.
I'm so jealous.
No, you'll be fine.
No, yeah, I'll be awake.
I'll be falling asleep. I'll be taking little fart naps.
So, this is kind of a segment we don't normally do, but I thought we should do it. And it's the Q&A. So
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Billy wanted us to play this video, and it's and afterwards I'm going to open up the floor to questioning from our patrons in the patron chat down below. So if you're a patron and you qualify to be in this chat, feel free to hop in there through the Discord, because we'll do a little bit of that. But I don't want to spend too much more time on it than we already did, the last show. So this video, you want me to just start playing the video, or do you want to say anything?
Here's the thing. On last episode with Madison, some things were said that were vague, and the entire internet is turning that into some sort of pedophile witch hunt that we're hiding basically Pizzagate proportions.
You and Maddie are hiding.
Yeah, hiding some pedophile fucking ring.
Do you guys know who Onision is, by the way?
Shit.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with him?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'm not.
Onision.
Yeah, he's the guy that hates wetlands.
Yeah. That's great. Yeah, he lives around here, and Billy has done a lot of work with him. I've met him before. I don't really know him that well. My interactions with him were fine. But then we also, Billy's friend, Madison DeCambra, came on here, and she had a public falling out with him, but they've been close for years.
Yeah, they've worked together for almost a decade, better part of a decade.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, wow.
But here's the video. All right.
You want me to play it?
Yeah, let's play the video because this little the internet's going nuts over something that's so vague, and they're trying to make a mountain out of a molehill. Is that what the kids say?
Let's see.
Yeah.
And this is some guy's video.
And this is from Von Helton.
No, it's not. But it's funny because Von Helton starts his videos like this.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, the thumbnail of this video had the words pedo in like really big, like bold red letters with a big question mark.
And for some reason they gave him a mustache. like pedos have mustaches.
Oh, they did, didn't they?
Like, what the hell?
I mean, that's like a stereotype.
Yeah. From the journalistic integrity of Real Stream News.
Yeah, I trust it.
Last night, they sent me a video of Madison DeCambra and Billy the Fridge talking about Onision.
I like how I am totally cut out of this video too. It's hilarious.
And saying,
lucky
you know,
you.
like, you know, we know some things about Onision. I don't want to say. They were just saying, like, we know some things about Onision. Not the stuff that people are talking about.
Shit.
Yeah. Only Madison did.
And
I said, hey, you know, if you want to make these accusations, I don't care if you do, but you got to have evidence because I don't want people just throwing this shit around willy-nilly. I want, like, you know.
Ben said all that.
I did.
Well, you always say that about accusations.
Right.
You know, the underage pictures and stuff that people were sending. That's a video. That's different. We know about actual stuff. You know what I mean? So let me just show the clip.
Everybody's like, you put pictures of little girls online.
But we're not talking about that.
You're not. No, but people are right now. That's the public discussion.
Are they talking about?
They are.
I haven't seen any current videos about that.
We had a
Literally, this
earlier.
video we're watching right now is all about this because this is how often people call him a fucking pedophile.
Right.
Jesus.
For $20 from some.
Now, he has done some sketchy stuff.
So has most people I fucking know.
But, I mean, well, we'll watch a little more of this.
Putting weeds into the fucking water when you should have got caught for pedophilia.
People will troll about that shit forever, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what?
Yeah, so you're responding to a Streamlabs that someone left.
Well, it's Streamlabs
being like, you know, he never got caught for being a pedo, but
he got caught for putting brush in the wetlands.
Yeah, right.
Tearing down the wetlands. And it's like, okay, like I get the meme or whatever, but everybody calls him a fucking pedo. It's stupid. And then Maddie is, you know, just talking.
They talking about the videos that he made or the photos, or are they talking about the stuff that I know about?
Moving on.
Oh my god. I hate how he makes it seem like the sound for this show sucks. When
that's the most offensive part of this whole thing.
I am fucking really offended.
Real Stream News is a piece of shit.
I'm not offended that he didn't include me in this video though.
But Maddie's saying the stuff that I know, all right? And then we go on.
They're admitting they know about actual pedophilia.
Bitch, we never said that. We never said that. You're fucking calling yourself the news, you dip fuck. Yeah. We never said actual pedophilia. Maddie said the stuff that I know, and I'm going to get into that after we get just a little more of this fucking dipshit's wording, because I don't want to have to watch him any more than I have to, but there's a couple other things he tries to point out. So let's go a little further with this asshole.
I don't know Billy the Fridge personally. I've only dealt with Madison DeCambra.
You don't know her personally either.
We didn't leave on a great note, but I'm just
we
going
didn't
to
leave
say
on a great note because you're a fucking scumbag that tried to use her when she broke up with Onision to get broke up.
Oh, did he?
Fell apart. Yeah, he tried to use her to get fucking dirt on Onision. And when she was like, I'm not going to do this, he was like, well, then you're a fucking enabler. He's one of these little psychos, and this is why I fucking defend Onision. This is why there's so many little psychos that put shit into his existence because they want so bad for him to be like a pedophile or a murderer or a rapist. And they make up stories, and it's like, if he's such a bad guy, stick to the fucking truth. If the truth doesn't stand, then what point do you have to make?
Sorry. Like, if you guys know of Onision involved in actual pedophilia, you guys stated on the internet. It's already all over the internet now.
We didn't state that. You fucking
gotta say it. You gotta say what happened. If you don't say it, you're like, oh, what you say in this clip is like, oh, we know about the video stuff. This isn't the video stuff. This is real shit. So this is very implicating for yourself. So if he does get
this is just this guy coming up to some bullshit conclusions that he's just wanting to hear. There was no way that you guys were like, oh yeah, that pedophilia stuff, huh? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's real.
Anyway, that's ridiculous.
Pedophilia charges in the future. You guys are online now admitting you know about him involved in some pedophilia.
There's pedophilia charges.
Here's I think this is the part where you and me are arguing.
Not acknowledging the actual real shit that he's done that does have pedophile like connotations behind it.
I don't think we need to talk.
See, this is the you. Yeah, I know you're joking and trying to be funny there, but to other people they were like, "Oh, dude, he's trying to sweep it under the rug."
I am trying to sweep under her bringing up pedophile connotations. All right, because we don't need to go down this path. I'm friends with Madison. I'm friends with Onision, and we don't need to bring up the fact, and we have to now because the entire internet thinks there's a fucking kitty diddling ring in my backyard. This is what Madison's talking about. Okay,
I've never been to Billy's backyard.
I live in an apartment complex now. It's very small.
You're talking about the
this is what Madison's talking about. I'm going to tell you guys what the fuck she was going to say. All right.
Is this? Did she say it yet?
Well, here, let's get through this clip.
Okay.
Let's get
videos,
back to
the
the
YouTube shit that's
fucker.
come out, or like the pictures. I'm not talking about that stuff because you're right. I will defend him on that. He came out and was like, "Send me pictures so I could do a video." And if underage girls send him pictures, that's on them.
This is just silly.
However, there is other legitimate shit that has gone down when it comes to underage women that might not be public information.
Let's not make it public because we don't want to start
underage women.
Underage women. Yeah. Yeah,
right.
I mean...
Listen to this fucking guy, what he's got to say right here. Listen to this shit.
So, if I were you, I'd come out and clarify what you mean by this, because this is some serious shit.
If you were me, you wouldn't be a dumb shit, all right? You wouldn't be a dumb shit perpetuating some yellow journalism, you fucking goofball. But since you're not me, and I am me, from me, here's the fucking truth. Earlier this month, Madison went to visit Shiloh, Onision's
ex-girlfriend, the one that had the weird like video meltdown, which I believe was kayfabe, but I don't know.
Shiloh told her some things that some people think are common knowledge. All right, people are out there saying that when Greg got with Shiloh, that she was 16 years old.
And how old was he?
That's not true. She was 17 years old when they first met, and he was 24, I think. All right. And she's a Canadian pop star girl, so she's not even your average 17-year-old.
Yeah, but that's irrelevant to me.
But it is irrelevant to me too. But I'm just saying, like, it's nothing here was illegal. Nothing here was pedophilia. Sure, you could say it's creepy, it's weird, it's different than what you are accustomed to, but that's all you can say about it. And Madison said pedophile-like connotations because of his history of dating girls who are under 18 years old. She used a poor choice of words. And that's why I was halting her, because I know nothing of a kid ring. She knows nothing of a kid ring. There's no children. The entire Twitter was like, I just worry for the kids around. What we have to worry about? No, you don't have to worry about the fucking children. You have to worry about your own perpetuation, bringing out the pitchforks at every possible chance. If Onision is such a bad guy, focus on the truth. Don't create some mythical pedophile so you can fork at him in your own leisure, because that's what you guys are fucking doing. And I don't want to bring up this drama because I don't want Madison getting more drama, because she's a fucking little drama magnet. She doesn't need that. Yeah, that's why I was like, moving on.
I mean, she willingly omitted that much, you know. I don't want her to have to get into drama either, but she did kind of step in it right there, right?
Well, I mean, it happens. But that's why I was pushing it. I wasn't pushing on because I was trying to protect fucking pedophiles. That's ridiculous. And the fact that this guy's like, oh, well, if the police get involved, I would be the first one going to the police, you fucking dipshit. I wouldn't be sitting here making a tiny little YouTube video to perpetuate a lie with a big word pedo on the fucking thumbnail because you're trying to clickbait off of pedophilia.
I mean, a lot of people do that now,
and it's
right?
sick, and it's disgusting, and it lessens the actual act of pedophilia. You're a fucking sicko yourself. You should be ashamed.
Are not acknowledging the actual real shit that he's done that does have pedophile like connotations.
Now he's just
behind it.
replaying the same clip over and over again because he's trying to get.
Is that what he's doing?
It's the same thing that was just said.
Underage girls sending him pictures. That's on
copy and
this.
paste it.
Oh yeah,
twice.
yeah. This is the same shit over and over and over.
Yeah, because he's a dumb shit.
Why did he play him more than once?
Because he's a dumb shit. Trying to
He's
sensationalize
trying to,
some
like,
bullshit.
it's like this gotcha moment. Like, oh, look, they said it, so I'm just going to repeat it
To try and
over
make
and
it
over
sound
and
like
over
we
again.
talked
Like,
about
see,
it.
it proves its own point.
To make
So
it seem like we
stupid.
talked about it more than we actually did, or
If
what?
you guys don't come forward and just say what you know about Onision and use actual pedophilia claims that could actually get in drama, which is not what it is. It's
I think I deserve to be on a microphone and talking to a microphone. You shove the microphone up your fucking ass, all right? Because your speech pattern is garbage. It's doo-doo. It deserves to be up a fucking ass.
Antonovich says some states have the age of consent of 17, some have 16, some 18. So what the fuck is this pedo shit?
Yeah.
Well, that's become a broader term than what it used to mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even this, I think it's ebophilia is someone of that age. I'm not trying to defend it either way, but the fact that we're using these terms wrong, it delegitimizes the name pedophile, the term pedophile.
Madison did it too, though. She used the word,
and she apologized. I
think he shows the apology in this video, right?
I don't know. This came out afterwards.
Is some real
but
fucked
she
up
went
shit.
on Twitter and everything. She's like, Onision's not a pedophile. She talked to Shiloh again, and Shiloh was not 16. She was 17. Maddie, when she made that statement, was thinking she was 16, and she was wrong. Shiloh was 17. Say what you want about that age difference. I don't fucking care. It's not illegal, and if it's immoral, I'm not the morality police. All right? I will go to the actual police if there are kids in danger, and anybody accusing me of hiding that shit, it's sick, and especially out of such a little tiny moment for you to turn that into this big conspiracy. You're sick.
You know, pedo is kind of like the new cuck. Do you remember a few years ago when everyone was like, "Oh, you're a cuck"?
Yeah,
now it's
except
like, well, you're a pedo.
I wouldn't even mind being a cuck. At least I got to watch something.
You guys don't bring this up. I don't even know what to say. I mean,
we brought it up.
If you guys do know about some pedophile shit and you're just talking about,
You look really, really like this guy.
This guy's sketchy as fuck.
Yeah.
He thinks about pedo shit a lot.
I mean, I've seen a lot of the people that try and tear Greg apart, and that almost makes me like Greg even more.
See,
because
the thing
they're
about
all
Greg,
some weirdos.
Well, I
They're
mean,
all fucking weirdos.
Greg built up a public persona based on negativity and drama and shit like that.
And for a while that worked and made him a lot of money.
It worked, but that's why so many people don't like him.
Well, yeah, and now the people that don't like him make videos and they get the views and he doesn't.
Right.
So it's like the pendulum has swung.
It's weird internet karma in a way.
on a live stream casually and being like, "Oh, whoa, that's a fuck up. I shouldn't have talked about it." Well, it's out there now. You're gonna have to talk about it. You're gonna have to say it now. I mean,
you didn't have to, but we did because of
Everybody
people like
knows
you
now,
who
so-
don't have the mental capacity to just accept the fact that something was said that was a slip of words and we moved on because it was a poor choice of words.
I don't know what to say to you guys. You know what I mean? Like,
it seems like you know what to say.
this doesn't sound like a joke at all. Like, you're saying,
Stop
like,
talking.
Yeah.
some actual pedophilia type shit. You're gonna have to tell people. You know what I mean? This isn't.
People are talking about calling the police and reporting this to the police. Bitch, there was no fucking crime admitted ever. You want to call the fucking police to get this in here? That's a problem. You have a problem. You are sick in the head if you're trying to perpetuate some bullshit criminal activity out of a slight statement. There is a problem with that.
Like, not even like on a moral ground. Like, I don't know how you guys can like let this eat at your conscience and not talk about it. I don't know if you guys think you owe him something or whatever, but you definitely don't. If there's a child in danger or whatever, you guys need to make this up.
We created a child.
You know?
We've created
like,
a child.
What child are you guys talking about? What?
Where the fuck is
it
this
their
kid
children?
at?
Because there's a lot of children in that vicinity. So, is it fans?
Yeah.
Like, what exactly is happening here? Like, I don't know.
I don't know. You've been making shit up
not
this whole
a
video. Why
subject
don't
to
you
take,
just make up a little bit more? Go ahead.
Lately, this is a very serious topic.
It's very serious.
I mean,
Take
these
it
are people
seriously,
who
you
know
fucking
Onision
dipshit.
in person, so this is some serious allegations and some serious claims to have out there. So
yeah, we don't have to watch any more of this
um,
fucking dipshit. But I've said everything that was need to be said. The little closing argument here. The little closing argument.
Oh, here it is. This is him saying,
report this to the police. Are you fucking serious? Are you serious? Are you serious?
Onision could be allegedly abusing or whatever he's doing. It's not helping anybody. It's not helping you having it weigh on your conscience. Obviously, you wanted to get it out there, else you never would have said it. It's too late now. Just say it. Get it over with. Let everybody know. Clarify what you were saying, because
Maddie doesn't like.
I'm believing you know about some pedophilia type shit that nobody else knows.
If she knew about this, she'd be the first to fucking go to the police. I'd be the second because I wouldn't know about it until she told me. Because I'm a sweet boy and I stay away from that stuff.
That could ruin him. That's what I'm thinking.
That's what I'm thinking. Well,
Pretty
what you're
sure
thinking is
everybody else
completely
who
dead
just saw
wrong.
that
You
clip is
dumb
thinking
shit.
the same thing. I don't know.
We don't have to watch this guy anymore. He's
you're
pissing
the
me
one
off.
who wanted me to play this video. We had a different video.
I wanted to
queued
play.
up.
I wanted to play the part where he's over here making. You better come clean, bitch. You better come correct. All right. This is my challenge to anybody right now who has a problem with Onision. Hit him with the fucking facts. If he's as bad as you think he is, hit him with the facts. Don't make shit up. You don't have to make shit up about bad people. If you make shit up about bad people, nobody will believe you when you tell them they're bad. It's fucking stupid. Don't be a fucking idiot. Be better. Be better than the fucking people you throw fucking stones at. Oh, you want to open up the Q&A?
Yeah. If you guys have any questions, feel free to start asking them in the chat above. There's a slight delay, so we'll see them start coming through in a second here.
Yeah.
I mean, we could add to this whole pedophilia thing, just to make shit up. Since we're doing that now, that's the thing to do with this whole drama. He was clearing out the wetlands to build an entire pedophilia camp back behind his property. Because there's not a safe haven for enough pedophiles.
That's why Billy was taking so much.
Can we move on?
That's why Billy was taking so much time off.
Let's move on, guys.
He was helping Greg clear the vegetation.
Can we just move on, please?
For this weird concentration camp.
Moving on.
Yeah.
911, we have a hater. Is Billy salty? Nah, man. I don't like people like this guy here who knows absolutely nothing, drumming up disgusting allegations against somebody who he obviously has a vendetta against. If you don't like somebody, hit them with the truth. It's far more effective than making up lies, making up bullshit. I don't respect him at all for throwing bullshit at a problem that he believes is a problem. Because if he really thought Onision was a problem, he would not have to bullshit his way to the answer.
Did Onision fuck this guy's girlfriend or something?
I hope
that's
he
what
had
it
a
seemed like.
girlfriend
He's
worth
just
Greg fucking.
I'm gonna call him a pedophile.
The best thing in this guy's life would be if he had a girlfriend hot enough for Onision to bang. He's probably got a fucking egg tits in his house. He's got a bigger Ryby sitting on his fucking bed eating his Fritos.
I don't know. I don't know what to say to what you just said. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to respond to that.
Sorry, Shiloh was not fucking hot. Look, I don't care. I honestly don't care who Greg has sex with as long as they are consenting adults.
And how do you define adult?
By the law in which the area they are having sex is in. And if it's illegal, then I hope it's illegal because they're taking some sweet fucking illegal drugs, and that's it. Because fucking while you're high is sometimes interesting.
Oh my God.
Sometimes fun.
Stop talking.
What? What? That's the only illegal sex I want to know about is because you was on some mushrooms or something. That's it. That's it.
Well, you sold me. I'm on your side 100% now. I wasn't sure before, but now, yeah, that's pretty much the way to do it.
My wife wouldn't touch this creep with a 10-foot pole. I'm sorry, Egghead.
Is he talking about him? Is he talking about himself?
Egghead?
After he shaved last night?
No. Yeah, the Ribble? Look, I just wanted to address this because it came up on the fucking show, and it was stupid, and it sucks that we have to even talk about pedophilia like this when it should be something taken very seriously.
Well, I mean, like, okay, so back in the day, like Andy Worski running around with the Kumite guys, they always used to be like, this guy's a pedophile, that guy's a pedophile. And then when they stopped being friends, Tonkasaw called Andy a pedophile, and now they're going to have an MMA fight next year.
And the worst thing is, kids 14 and under get in free, right?
Is that? Oh man,
that's what it said on the fucking
That is
flyer.
ironic.
No way.
I swear. It was like after calling each other pedophiles, now they're fighting over it, and the damn flyer says kids 14 and under get in free.
Oh man,
you can't write this shit. That had to have been a glaring mistake.
That's insane.
I'm going to read through some of these Streamlabs here, and then we're going to move on to the next segment. I got to refresh my page here.
And this video that he's commenting on of you guys talking, how long ago did that happen? Was that last week you said?
Yeah, a couple days ago.
It was 2 days ago.
Yeah.
A couple days ago.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is all pretty fresh.
And everybody's like, that video we're talking about how people call Greg a pedophile all the time, and like, well, not everybody, and it's like,
I mean, I was saying how everybody calls any. I mean, if there's someone you don't like on the internet, you want to defame their character, you could just start a rumor that they're a pedophile, and there's so many people out there that just instantly believe that sort of thing right away. It's almost like they really want to believe it, like they want there to be like a ton of pedophiles out there.
This is the end of the Q&A segment. I see somebody in the Patreon chat saying, just a reminder, the night before Billy last mentioned fucking dogs twice. I think maybe once. The other time I was saying that Scrappy Doo was the sexiest member of the Mystery Machine gang. That's all.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, thank you.
Fun fact, Ben plays the character of the black guy in Billy's music video to Rockstar. I do?
I didn't think you did, but they said it was a fact, so it must be true, right?
Oh, yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, someone said that you guys, your podcast is actually a ripoff of the random discussions of the inebriated variety, which was actually a DP, like, it was like a DP clone that these kids came up with like 3 or 4 years ago.
Oh, so we're not even like good enough to rip you guys off. We rip off a rip off,
according to them.
I think.
God damn it!
We'll try harder.
Don't try too hard though, because then you're a try hard.
Oh, yeah. See, there's a thin line we gotta just follow here. We'll get it.
Oh yeah. People are upset about the Scrappy Doo thing, man. Next, you're gonna have to explain that one.
Oh, it's because people were arguing over who was hotter, Velma or Daphne. Yeah. And it's like, oh my God, are you serious? It's Scrappy Doo. Get over it.
Fuck it. Scrappy Doo.
All right, we're going to move on to the news segment.
DP Action News.
All right. This first one I have here is in article form. I think it's interesting. Billy, Louis C.K. and Chris Rock reignite the N-word debate.
Yeah, and this video clip is like a decade old, basically.
Yeah, it came out in 2011.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even have the clip. I just have a...
Oh, yeah, the clip, the debate over the N-word has returned as a 2011 video featuring Chris Rock and Louis C.K. discussing the term resurfaced over the weekend. The exchange between the comedians raises questions about the role that white and black people play in perpetuating the N-word and its racist history. In the Talking Funny video clip, Rock and Louis C.K. are accompanied by Ricky Gervais and Jerry Seinfeld. Jerry Seinfeld having that moment with Kramer.
Yeah.
And the one of the most awkward moments of television was the weekend after that happened. Seinfeld was a guest on, I believe, Letterman, and they had Kramer come in live via like Skype or whatever it was at the time, live via video distribution, and he was making an apology, but there was a tape delay, so the timing was so awkward. The audience was cracking up during his apology, and he was trying to make a serious apology, and Jerry Seinfeld's in the audience like, hey, this isn't funny. You guys, shame on you. Like shaming the audience during the apology. It was so bad. It only made things worse. If the internet would have been alive and kicking like it was today, then that shit would probably still be a meme.
From what I understand, Chris Rock, he did his black people versus N-bombs comedy routine, and he got shit for doing that, even as a black guy.
Yeah.
So
the best part of this video for this article is Seinfeld looks so uncomfortable while it's happening. Yeah. He's just so nervous. Yeah. I don't think you can say that word.
Oh, so nervous. Louis C.K. says one of his favorite Rock jokes is when a black guy gets rich, it's a countdown to when he's poor again. And Rock replies, "He's the blackest white guy I fucking know." And then Louis C.K. says, "You're saying I'm a neighbor?" Yes, you're the neighborist fucking white man I have ever met, Rock replied. Although Louis C.K. and Gervais, who also used the word, were amused, Seinfeld appeared uncomfortable, offering that I wouldn't use it anywhere, seemingly reference to the N-word. Louis C.K. then said, referring to himself and Rock, "We say neighbor on stage." The video clip reminds us that racism remains a complex and challenging part of American life. The N-word, in particular, has a troubling and nuanced past. See, the way they block out the N-word, if they didn't leave the R at the end, I would think the word they were blocking out was nuanced. While racism is something that more people in society need to discuss and address, the N-word is a different story. In many ways, the N-word is highly contextualized. On the one hand, the word has been used for hundreds of years as a symbol of repression, a weapon of white slave masters, colonizers, and segregationists to dehumanize people of African descent, to make them feel as if they are less than, slaves, or simply the other. In short, the word embodies hate and trauma. If you are African American and a white person has called you the N-word within the context of a racist assault, as I have experienced, you know the feeling of rage that races through your heart, the sense that you have been violated and denigrated.
I mean, it's not just in the context of a racist assault, though, right? I mean, a lot of people say that white people just shouldn't say the word no matter what.
Yeah. And I think that's fine to say that, right?
I'm not going to say it. I don't feel the need to say it, but that whole video, the way it was being used in the video was the context of it was completely different than some hate speech or any kind of real racism. It's ridiculous.
You have to remember, Louis C.K. is the director of Pootie Tang.
Yep.
And I don't know what that has to do with anything.
Was he really? I didn't know that.
He directed Pootie
I didn't know
Tang.
that either.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he was around as a writer for a really long time on a number of shows. For a while, Dana Carvey had his own show that was like SNL, but it was Dana Carvey centric.
Yeah.
And Louis C.K.
the Dana Carvey show?
Yeah, the Dana Carvey show. Yeah, Louis C.K. was the head writer for that.
Louis C.K. is also a Mexican.
He was born in Mexico.
Well,
he's not mestizo.
He's mestizo.
No, he's not.
I don't think he is.
He's ginger.
Yeah, but there's a lot of Mexicans with red hair. Have you not noticed? Did you see American Me?
Mestizo,
the one gang member had the fucking red hair.
Mestizo is
call him red. I think
a mix.
Rojo?
Mestizo is a mix between native and like Spanish.
Well, obviously, he's not that. He's like mixtizo. He's Irish. On the other hand, some black people have seized ownership of a tool of oppression and turned it on its head, taking a word that symbolizes racial hatred and degradation and rebranding it as a gesture of love and respect. Think of comedian Larry Wilmore at the 2016 White House Correspondents' Dinner when he called President Obama my neighbor. Which brings us back to comedians. Comedians generally enjoy more leeway on race and other controversial issues, as their art often becomes a powerful tool to illuminate subjects in ways that other professions are unable. Still, using the N-word is fraught with danger for white comedians. In particular, take Bill Maher, who used the word on his HBO talk show during a 2017 interview with Republican Senator Ben Sasse. When Sasse told Maher, "We'd love to have you work in the fields with us in Nebraska," Maher responded, "Work in the fields, Senator. I'm a house neighbor." Maher apologized for the following week with Ice Cube on hand to take him to the woodshed for an intervention. Ice Cube explained why Maher's use of the word was a problem. "It's like a knife, man. You can use it as a weapon or you can use it as a tool. It's not cool because when I hear my homie say it, I don't feel like venom. When I hear a white person say it, it feel like that knife stabbing you, even if they don't mean to."
I like how they wrote it the way he said it, but then they put an S in parentheses to be like, this is what he meant.
It feels like that knife stabbing you.
Well, let me get in there and fix that for you.
This article's racist.
Also appearing on the show was Symone Sanders, former press secretary for Senator Bernie Sanders, who weighed in on Maher's use of the term house neighbor as being offensive to black women as a white person in America who would have been the master. The slave owner, it was mostly black women who were enslaved in the house, who were raped, who were beaten daily, day in, day out, Sanders said.
I know what he means, though. He means like Samuel L. Jackson's character in Django, right?
Right.
Wasn't that Samuel L.?
Yeah. He played the house
neighbor
boy.
Yeah.
I don't think I can say boy either. Shit.
No.
Damn it. They endured physical and mental abuse for a lot of people in America that was like a slap in the face to the black community, particularly to black women. You know, Bill Maher dates a lot of black women.
Yeah, he does, actually. He has, like, models and shit.
Yeah. Because of his history of the N-word and because we live in a world where certain groups of white people continue to use it to objectify black people, the word is off limits to white people. Yes, even comedians. It's a point that Seinfeld clearly understood in the video because Seinfeld had a hands-on lesson learned with his buddy Kramer. But not all criticism should be reserved for the white comedians. Rock rightly has faced condemnation for failing to call out Louis C.K., for example. Jameel Hill tweeted, "I know black folks who are completely comfortable with white people saying the N-word in their presence. I've had to tell a few white folks that I'm not that black person." Still, it says something the only person who was uncomfortable was Seinfeld. I don't think Ricky Gervais was
should never
terribly
say the word if you're white. Fuck those whiny bitch-ass niggas.
Got something in my eye.
Thank you, Antonovich.
Yeah, Gervais says it in that video as well, but it was like he was getting away with something.
Yeah, he didn't seem
he was
super
like,
comfortable when he
it was
said
like, "Hey, I gotta say it."
Yeah, he's such a little.
Can I really? Can I right now? Nobody's gonna get mad.
That's what everybody else is saying, and I'm gonna say it right now.
What a pansy. Black. Can I say pansy? I don't.
I don't care what you say.
I don't know, man.
Don't ask me for permission.
We're not allowed to say pansy next year, so you got a few more days. Okay. You can get all the pansy out you want. It's fine. Yeah.
We live in a nation that fails to educate the public and address the racism that gave birth to it. So even in the safe space of comedy, free speech has limitations and consequences in the public sphere. If black people are telling you it's not only not funny, but deeply offensive, perhaps you should listen. I agree that Rock should not have participated in the N-word laugh fest. In fact, he should have used the occasion as a teachable moment.
Oh, whatever.
He made the whole thing okay.
He's a fucking comedian.
Yeah. I mean, when it comes down to comedy, you have to know the room.
Okay. There's a movie called Blazing Saddles, and
Yes.
it is an N-word laugh fest. And it was written by Richard
movie.
Pryor.
Hold on. Are you sure?
Yes.
Should we send that movie to this guy so we can write an article about it?
Yeah, so he can get all mad at dead Richard Pryor for
that was only 40
writing
years.
a movie that has a bunch of white people saying the N-word in it a bunch of times.
That was only 40 years before this video that was like 8 years old, right?
It's a pretty old movie.
Because time doesn't change the way we look at things, so
1974 for Blazing Saddles. So
maybe,
yeah,
maybe we should put that out. Somebody get this guy Blazing Saddles. He can write another article.
Tarantino says it in Pulp Fiction.
Because one thing is, oh yeah, he does.
He chops it pretty hard.
Tarantino's one of those guys that, like, you know, he loves saying it. Like, he only got into the movies so he could write it in the script so he could say it.
They were banning Huck Finn from public schools because it says it in it, and To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yeah,
you can't just like eliminate words because you don't like them. Like, there's history and it needs to stay. It's ridiculous.
Especially like when the book is set, you know, in like the South over 100 years ago or something like that.
I think the inclusion of these works in our culture are a good starting point to talk about this with the youth.
That's the education that you need. They want more education on this, but you need to be able to see it was used in these ways so you know not to fucking do that.
No, let's pretend like it doesn't exist, guys.
The last line was...
Yeah, it never happened.
The last line was that black people need to speak up. They need to speak up. That was the last line, right? I was going to read it because it was very poignant. It was very poignant. If they don't speak up, nobody else will. That's what it said. That's what it said.
It was a bunch of comedians talking about a taboo subject in comedy.
8 years ago.
Well, they're nailing people for shit they did forever ago, you know?
Yeah.
Like, there was a guy who won the Heisman Trophy this year, and the day after he won, which Heisman Trophy, for those of you who don't know, is awarded to the best college football player that year. And this guy won the Heisman Trophy. It's a huge honor. And the next day, someone came up with a tweet that he tweeted out when he was like 14 that said some homophobic shit. And they tried to throw him under the bus the day after.
Dude, Kevin Hart just got in trouble for something he said forever ago about something being gay. It's like, oh, that's super gay or something like that. It was just a dumb joke. It wasn't anything offensive, really, and people are like searching for these old tweets from all these celebrities to try to get them in trouble.
But now, wherever the social climate has landed, anything retroactive is now off limits, which is you can't defend against it. You might as well just be like, well, I'll just say whatever I want now and hope for the best, because whatever I said 10 years ago is just as important as it is today, which kind of sucks because your mindset can change, your viewpoints can change, your vocabulary can fucking change.
They should.
You know what the worst? The fucking
doesn't
Facebook
matter.
memories, man. I delete Facebook memories constantly for shit I said in 2010. Like, what the fuck was I?
If we don't look at all the change that people have made over the years, when we factor in these old sayings they say, what point do people now that are behind the times have to actually change? Like, if they're not going to have any sort of acceptance in society for making the change, it's ridiculous.
Why bother?
Why even change? Why not just be that guy? Because now you can get a job at
Stay
Disney.
the way you are, because it doesn't matter.
You can't. Your Patreon will get shut down. I guess that's a reason to change. But I think the actual reason to change should be because you become a better person. You acknowledge that, and you become a billboard for change by being that new person. James Gunn.
We were just talking about this before the show. Like, James Gunn is a good example. He did pretty much nothing wrong. And,
he made shitty jokes.
And he lost his fucking job in Hollywood.
After a decade of building himself as a better director, better human being.
And then we look at someone like Mark Wahlberg, who is a successful guy in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And he literally beat up people and blinded them.
In a hate crime?
Hate-related crimes. You know, it was a long time ago, but how far do we get to go back, right? Why doesn't Mark Wahlberg lose everything he has going for him?
I'll tell you what, he's never going to play Iron Man.
Well, I mean, fuck. The guy we have playing Iron Man now has a rap sheet behind him, right?
We mean Robert Downey Jr.?
Yeah.
There's no record of him drunkenly crawling into an 11-year-old's bed.
Well, there was no kid. I mean, saying that. That dude's gonna make a video now and be like, "Oh man, if you know something about Robert Downey Jr., you just need to tell everybody now."
Yeah, there was no kid. There was no kid in the bed. He got drunk and walked into the wrong house and went to sleep in like an 11-year-old kid's bed. And now he's Iron Man, but that was okay because he had an alcohol problem. James Gunn's not okay because he was making naughty jokes.
Bad.
There it is.
Bad.
Only make shitty jokes drunk.
Oh, he should have said he was drinking the same shit Robert Downey Jr. was drinking.
Or Ambien.
Yeah, Ambien didn't work either.
Yeah, right.
Roderick killed people, but he was drunk, so it was forgiven.
Oh, God.
He was driving on the wrong side of the road. He was in Ireland, drunk, and forgot that they drive on the other side of the road.
Fuck the wrong side of history. I'm on the wrong side of the road, bitch.
Yeah, and by the way, guys, if you're still sending Streamlabs at the end of the news segment, we'll read all the ones that came in. Unless it's over $20, then it's going to read it out loud. We're going to go to the next one here. Oh, this story, I've been telling people this for years because I knew people that went to New York and decided to stand in Times Square for New Year's. Dude, Times Square is crowded enough when it's not New Year's. It's like being in a concentration camp on New Year's in Manhattan in Times Square. They don't let you leave.
Oh yeah, you have to piss and shit in the streets, basically.
Yeah, you got to bring like a fucking catheter or something with you.
I can't wait till Uber has drones. They can drone lift people out of there.
Get me the fuck out of here, Uber, now.
Uber drones?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, Uber does want to make like a flying Uber service. I mean, it's long off. I mean, even if they come up with the technology. Yeah, see, public drinking is illegal, so you can't drink. These are all the reasons you shouldn't go. It's great. So
yeah, I was like, what?
Yeah. Number one is the crowd. Yes, they fucking corral you in.
That's number one for sure.
They corral you in like ass to crotch and shoulder to shoulder with everyone around you. I hope you have a good immune system. It's not fucking worth it. No booze.
So fun to stand there.
Statistically, there's a ton of pedophiles in there.
Yes.
Whoa! What are you saying? If you have proof of this, you better go to the police.
Well, that's only if you know. How many of these people are on YouTube? Because that's where all the pedophiles seem to come from.
They're all on YouTube now. We just put them on.
Oh damn! So we increase their chances of likely being pedophiles.
New York police, there's going to be a ton of pedophiles in Times Square on New Year's Eve.
These guys all do look like they do. They all do look like they do Minecraft Let's Plays.
Number 3, bring a diaper.
Yeah, this is not a lie.
Yep,
this is not a lie.
If you leave
party I go to.
First of all, the security around this shit is insane because it's New York and they're afraid of, terrorist attacks. So they won't let you leave. And once you're in, you cannot leave until the end. They will not let you leave unless there's like an emergency or something.
New Year's Eve would have been a much more successful terrorist attack. Way more people.
Oh, man.
Okay, Dylan.
The thoughts of our guests do not necessarily represent the views of the Drunken Peasants podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, even
all right, guys, I'm out of here.
Any type of commotion. Could you imagine the stampede that would occur? It'd be
fucking terrible.
Yeah,
if anything happens, you're gonna get hurt. Like if somebody did anything crazy in New York on New Year's Eve, you're either getting trampled or.
Wait a minute. Do you see what it just said? So not only are you corralled in, but they don't put porta potties anywhere.
Right.
So you just cannot go to the restroom anywhere.
Oh, they go.
Oh, you're gonna.
They poop and pee all over the ground.
It's fucking gross.
Yeah. It's New York, man. They do that anyways.
See, I just had people in the fucking chat tell me I'm wrong and that they let you leave. No.
Without losing your spot.
I mean, it would be extremely hard to leave this. I don't know where you'd have to climb over the railing. What are you going to do? Okay, climb over the railing or climb over the people?
Dude, I hate trying to find a bathroom at a crowded concert. I couldn't imagine.
Crappy view. Dude, you're better off.
Stand there for 6 hours.
Get there like
14 hours early. Whoa.
Yeah.
I mean, of course you can leave, but it's going to be complicated to leave.
It's not easy.
Like I said,
can't come back.
If there's like an emergency.
The security's just fucking armed to the gills.
Police are searching for bombs, drugs, and booze. No bags or backpacks are allowed.
How is this fun?
Well, I mean...
No, it can't be. There's no way this is fun.
Why does over 1 million people pack themselves in like some kind of concentration camp just to watch a fucking ball drop from the top of a building.
Yeah, just watch it on TV. Fuck it.
Yeah. Who does it now? Because Dick Clark.
Ryan Seacrest.
Yeah. The baby Clark.
Just go to fucking Vegas. New York's right there. You could drink. You can do all kinds of crazy shit.
You're also 4 hours behind.
I mean, Vegas is not a bad idea because
or
you
3 hours behind.
You
rather.
could like go to Paris when it's Paris's New Year time.
Yeah, you can hit all the fucking
you can go
different
to
New Years.
Caesar's Palace or the Venetian when it's
in Rome.
Yeah,
hit
in Italy.
Hit up all the little.
I've been to Vegas on New Year's. It's fun.
Cool.
Yeah. The fireworks show is just amazing. It's just that alone. You don't have to be anywhere in particular to see it either.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're corralled into one little spot.
I'm gonna try and find
anywhere on the strip.
I'm gonna try to find when we do our show. I'm gonna try to find a live video feed of the Space Needle where they shoot the fireworks out of it when it's New Year's here in our time zone.
Hooray!
They shoot all kinds of fireworks out of the Space Needle here at midnight.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
It's cute.
Yeah, and you don't have to stand in a fucking pen like an animal.
Yeah, it's the Space Needle's right down by the water, so people get their boats and go out on the water and sit there and drink beer and I don't know, have relationships with their wives on the houseboats.
And weed's legal there too, right?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it's fucking way better.
Not just weed, though.
10% better New Year's.
We
one coast away.
Yeah, weed is legal in Nevada now too. So if you
I just spent 6 months there. I know all about it.
Oh yeah.
What else is legal in Nevada? Anything else of note that's legal in Nevada? Maybe
prostitution is not legal in Clark County,
but it is legal in Nevada.
What everyone thinks.
It's not legal in Clark County. It's just plentiful.
Yeah, I mean, it's still there, but it's not
the
legal.
ranches are outside.
It's not legal in Clark County. It's just easier to get in Clark County.
Yeah, you can drive like an hour and a half. So they say.
And then it's legal if you drive an hour and a half, or you could literally like put a $100 bill on your front hotel doorstep, and a girl comes in and just starts slurping you up. I don't know. That's what I heard. Moving on.
Is that why I found all those $100 bills?
Yeah.
So here's the next one. Trump blames Democrats for deaths at the border because I guess recently a few children have died in Border Patrol custody.
Blaming the deaths of migrant children at the U.S.-Mexico border on Democrats in Congress. One more time, the president says Democrats are to blame when children die at the border. And that's not reading between the lines or interpreting something out of context.
You know, I told Dick Masterson over a year ago that the wall will never happen. And he was like, yeah, it will. I'm like, nah, dude, it's not happening. Like, what you're going to get isn't going to be a wall, and it's not going to be coast to coast. There's going to be huge gaps in it. It's pointless. It's a symbol more
it's just
than
going to be what we have now.
It's just a talking point. That's
it's
all
a
it is.
fence.
Those are his words directly.
It's a monument.
This is his tweet from the president inside the White House just a short time ago. He says, any deaths of children or others at the border are strictly the fault of Democrats and their pathetic immigration policies that allow people to make the long trek thinking they can enter our country illegally. They can't. And if we had a wall, they wouldn't even try. That wall the president is referring to and arguing about.
Oh yeah, there's all kinds of pictures of migrants climbing the fucking fences that we already have. They take boats out into the ocean and come back around on the other side of the border. They have tunnels. I mean, how's a fucking 30-foot fence gonna stop anything?
Well, I heard that Trump
now, just south of us, they have all the demo walls that they're like, which one they're gonna go with. They're just built south of here. Like,
yeah, we're in Arizona. We're real close to all that.
Yeah. Ground zero of all this. And you know what? Like, having a bigger fence isn't gonna. I don't think it's gonna change a whole lot for us. So I don't know what it would do for the rest of the country.
What they should do is use the technology we have in place that's already more effective than a wall. We could set up different types of detection technology, drones in the sky, sensors, all sorts of shit.
Look at Area 51, for example. Try getting anywhere near that, and you're not moving, and there's no fence around it.
Is that
in the middle of the desert? It's in Nevada. Yeah.
Okay.
Look, this might be the hippie in me talking, but Let's just all
Trump
be people.
didn't write that.
Who fucking
He
cares
had
about
too
these
much
stupid
complex
borders?
words in there for him to write that.
Well, I think Trump actually, like, the new wall plan is what they're calling the steel slats.
Yeah, it's a fence.
I heard Trump drew that up on his own, and the slats are so far
With the
apart that
crayon?
entire families can just walk in between the slats, but nobody's willing to tell him how stupid the idea is.
Well, of course they're going to... I mean, engineers would eventually draw it the way it needs to be.
Because Trump drew it in crayon on MS Paint.
Dollar amount he wants to build it is.
Wait a minute. Trump really was drawing like designs for the fence.
No.
I was like, what?
No.
It's Billy
Wait a
making
minute.
up shit again.
The reason the federal government remains partially shut down right now, with hundreds of thousands of American federal workers wondering when they're going to see their next paycheck. It's been 8 days. The new year.
Yeah, okay. So how the fuck are you going to justify shutting down the government over a wall that you think is going to add to security? Meanwhile, TSA people aren't getting paid.
Yeah. Our buddy Manny, longtime fan and friend of the show, went to work. He messaged me. I was on a live stream last night. He messaged me saying, I'm going to work right now. I'll see you later. I said, goodbye, good Manny. I gave him a kiss on the head, and I said, I'm sorry you're not getting paid today. I'm sorry, Manny.
I mean, could we... it wasn't that long ago, right after 9/11, airport security was at an all-time high.
Yeah.
And now,
flying sucked, dude.
Yeah.
Do you think Trump's just waiting for his 9/11 moment?
No.
Because George Bush had such a low approval rating before 9/11, and that gave him a super big boost afterwards.
I don't think so.
You don't think Trump's just...
No. I don't buy into these weird conspiracy theories. So, no. I don't believe Bush had anything to do with 9/11. Aside from being president when it happened.
I'm being negligent, like in the
fuel camp
9/11
out
report.
steel beams, brother.
I think, when you're the president and a major attack like that happens, you bear responsibility because it happened on your watch while you were in the top guy. But I don't think he orchestrated it or anything like that. I don't buy into that bullshit. So.
Is about to start, but there's no realistic end to the shutdown in view. And the president of the United States right now is out of sight inside the White House, tweeting that Democrats are to blame when kids at the border die. Let's go to CNN's Sarah Westwood. She is at the White House. Sarah, the president, his political...
I've said from day fucking one, and I've had these fucking idiots tell me how wrong I am. I've said that the wall will never get built. And that is a certainty because what he's going to build now is not a wall. I've said this before on other streams, okay? He's acting like a wall and a fence are just interchangeable words. Well, how about I come into your house and replace all the walls with fence? And I'm like, well, same thing. Right? Same difference. I'll call it whatever you want to call it. A fence, a wall, a barrier. That's what he says.
It's beautiful, though.
Yeah. Steel slats.
They pointed fingers.
Real quick. I want to, because I'm so sick of politics, I hardly follow it anymore. I know the government is shut down right now, and only a few branches of the government are even working. And this is solely because he's not getting the funding for the wall, or is there something else going on within that?
No, they're trying to approve a budget, and Trump won't allow it to go through without funding for a border wall, which he said Mexico would pay for.
Don't they shut down every fucking year?
Oh,
yeah, they
no,
do.
It's constant.
No, that's not true. Actually, I think it's been less than 10 times ever. I'll look it up here.
Yeah, I'm looking it up too.
Because I remember there was one not.
Yeah, there was one fairly recent.
One under Obama.
It was fairly recent. I'll pull up all the occasions. My browser's running kind of slow.
Yeah, I'm trying to quickly just pull it up here.
I don't like this fucking news guy either.
It looks like the first one may have happened in the 80s. Looks like 1980.
81, 84, 86.
Yep, 1990, 95 to 96, 2013, and then 2018.
God, it feels like there's been more than that.
So
I don't know.
technically there have been 2 this year because there was one back in January that lasted into February, and now we're in one now.
See, that's what I'm thinking. I knew there was one super recent.
But, I mean, they didn't happen. They never happened until the 80s, and they weren't that common.
So in the 80s is when they discovered it could be used as like a political threat. Be like, hey, if you guys don't agree with me, we'll just shut this whole thing down. Then what? It's like, well, now you got my hands tied. It's bullshit.
There are people working for the Coast Guard. There are people working for the Coast Guard that aren't even getting paid right now. That's a border security thing, right?
I would say so.
I don't know. I don't know. If you think the TSA people are cranky now, go to the airport when they're not getting paid during the holiday travel season.
I hope everybody at the airport takes into account they're not getting paid and it's just extra sweet and helpful. But you know that's not the case.
Fuck no.
No. If anybody that's flying right now, make sure you wear your shoes all day with no socks on. That way, when you get to the airport,
oh my God,
they have to root through your nasty ass shoes that are wet with your foot sweat, just to show appreciation. Like, hey, I thought of you all day, just me and the TSA guys. That was in my mind. Sorry, I'm just being a dick. I've been drinking this garbage all night, and
Are you drinking that same bullshit you were drinking yesterday?
Yeah, but I ran out of strawberry watermelon, so now it's grape and rum.
What are you drinking?
Gross.
Like Four Loko?
I have Crystal Light and an assortment of flavors of it, and I'm just putting alcohol in it. And
he's putting Captain Morgan in it. Though. It's the
I've learned that the hard way. Like vodka and root beer. I mixed those two together one time, and it was the most disgusting thing I've ever had in my life.
Well, I'm almost out of rum, so I'm gonna put vodka in this next.
In a Rockstar.
So, yeah,
Vodka Rockstar is not bad.
No, that's a classic,
dude. Billy. I saw this story. Parents welcome 14-pound, 13-ounce baby.
My little guy.
Damn.
Hey, say hi.
He's fatting around.
Right now, baby Ali is nearly twice the size of an average newborn. But
I was 8 pounds 6 ounces when I was a baby.
Yeah, so almost double the size.
My son was 10.5.
Yeah.
Boy is anything but average.
He's my
That's a little baby peel monk.
He came into the world just shy of 15.
Give me a sycamore. Give me a sycamore. Oh, no.
Pounds.
Mama, I fucked up my mom's vagina today. Fill my baby bottle with kratom, mama.
At 14 pounds and 13 ounces, breaking a record at Arlington Memorial Hospital.
The record fattest baby born.
Oh
of course, gonna come out of that thing.
Jennifer and Eric Medlock say they were anticipating a bigger than average baby.
Yeah, what's a
After all, big sister Annabelle weighed 9 pounds 10 ounces at birth.
We heard a oh my behind the curtain.
Did they name the baby Chungus?
How that happened?
Some big people.
Big people make big babies.
And I was like, oh
I'm
my
surprised
God.
his dick falls out of that little Bermuda Triangle he got down there in those pants.
Ali was born via C-section. Mom says she
Say
had
what
a
you
very
want about that
healthy
guy, but he's
pregnancy.
got more
Ali,
proof
though,
of
did
sex
spend
than
a
I
week
do.
in the NICU because his blood sugar and platelets were low.
Doesn't matter how big he is. I'm so blessed.
I'm surprised they named him Ali. They don't look Arab or anything. That's an interesting.
Maybe it's Ollie, like
Ollie. Okay.
Ollie.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That makes more sense.
Not Ali.
It sounds like she's saying Ali. I'm like,
or maybe he's named after the Uber Eats delivery driver.
Blessed to have him.
For this couple, Ali is a blessing in many ways. Jennifer has severe polycystic ovarian syndrome. Doctors told them having a family would be a long shot.
But we tried in.
I love fat things. I love
why?
them.
Why do you do this?
I don't know.
It's really
I
weird.
love fat things. Fat cats, fat babies, fat mamas and papas.
It's true. It's true.
I have fat bias.
He does, except for when it comes to like sexual shit. Then he doesn't.
What?
Oh, then he's like, "Fuck this."
You're right.
What, having sex with a fat girl?
Yeah.
It just doesn't work.
Okay.
I've done it. It's not my favorite.
Now we're talking thick or fat? Like fat.
Well, thick is preferable, but
okay.
Yeah, I'm talking fat.
I'm talking stomach to stomach. You don't know where the waterbed ends or your belly buttons meet. There's mucous membrane dripping out of the crevasses of your body.
Crevasses.
From all the sweat baby bumping.
Prayed.
Annabelle was born through the help of fertility treatments.
Our last treatment, they said that my follicle was going to turn into a cyst. They're wrong. It turned into her.
The family was getting ready.
No! That sounds so sad.
To start the process
Oh,
again.
little girl, you used to be just a cyst in mama's belly.
You went from a sis to a sister.
I like how they're
And
getting
like-
interviewed by CBS fucking news, and the dad's just playing around on his phone like, I'll catch a Pokemon.
He's just fatting around.
And when they learned they were expecting Ali.
I love proving people
I'm
wrong.
unemployed.
I love proving people wrong. Like this one time
Oh,
at a
good job.
bar, they had bar pizza, and they said I couldn't eat 9 bar pizzas. And after my 10th bar pizza, we consummated and had Ollie.
Planning his
I love
future
proving
based
people
on his
wrong.
size.
He is meant for something big.
He's meant for
Maybe
something
not-
big.
Meant for something big.
Yeah, adult diapers.
fucking
Nah,
Adult diapers for
Jesus is already
16
been
months.
big.
Yeah, he's
Football
already the
every-
biggest baby. Just let him have it.
Keep saying that.
But it's music that runs in the family.
It is. It's music. Oh, that's
That's
what I was
only
thinking.
thing that runs in the family.
No. It's true, though. It's music that runs in the family because the only time this family runs is when they're chasing down the ice cream truck's music.
And they're playing the Benny Hill music.
Because the ice cream truck makes music.
Both Jennifer and Eric are music teachers.
He's looking at that
Whatever
child
he
like it is a roast.
chooses.
He's loved.
He's looking at it like this child's gonna eat so much.
They're terrible
makes
parents
him
already.
happy.
The other kid's just back there screwing around with the Christmas tree in the lobby. What the fuck?
The other kid just took a shit in the Christmas bush.
Dad say right now
Well,
this
she's looking for snacks under the
is
tree.
music to their ears. Their family is now complete.
I love you, baby Chungus.
Damn.
That was wholesome.
That kid's cheeks were almost limbs
That kid,
at that point.
That kid's gonna breastfeed straight butter. Big
my
fan.
God.
Big fan of you, Ollie. Big fan, Ali. I love that little fat kid.
Big boy.
Yeah, a little thick boy. He's gonna grow up to be young Bill Fridge. I'm gonna mentor that child when he's old enough. I'm gonna teach him how to do cool shit.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna
Cool
teach him
fat shit.
Wrestle and shit. Like
Yeah.
play like linebacker.
Yeah.
All that big guy stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play this for you.
I'm gonna teach him how to get the most out of a buffet.
He's gonna end up being like Curly
That's
Joe
where it
from
is.
the Three Stooges. Curly Joe, not Curly, but Curly Joe.
The one everyone hates. And It's like, oh, it's a Curly Joe episode.
Curly Joe.
Fuck.
Yeah,
I don't think I know Curly Joe.
Yeah, you're
he's a big wimp. He was like really big, but he was like
Is he one of the Stooges or is he just a side character?
No, he replaced Curly because Curly had a stroke and died.
Damn.
Yeah.
I thought Shemp was the replacement. But
No,
he was
Shemp
one of
was
the originals, right?
Shemp came first,
Yeah.
and then Curly replaced Shemp, and then Curly had a stroke and died, and then Shemp did come back for a little while, I think, and then Shemp died, and they
Damn.
replaced him with Curly Joe, who wasn't their brother, because Mo, Curly, and Shemp were all brothers, and Larry was their buddy, you know,
And Curly Joe was just some shit.
fat dude.
He's just joeing around.
So
Shemp was okay though.
I'm gonna play this story for you, and you can let me know if you think whether or not this guy should have got fired.
Okay.
2 employees accused of racial profiling at a Hilton Doubletree Hotel in Oregon are on leave this morning.
This is in Portland
The
where
hotel
this shit
apologized
happened.
a second time to Jermaine Massey. In a widely shared Instagram video and several other videos, he claimed he was targeted for, quote, calling his mother while black. DeMarco Morgan shows us how this is the latest incident of police being called on African Americans who are doing seemingly ordinary things.
It's another talker this morning, guys. Good morning to everyone. Jermaine Massey was returning from a concert Saturday night when he said he went to a quiet corner of the hotel lobby to take a phone call from his mother. When a security officer, now dubbed Hotel Earl by the internet, approached him, things got heated.
You really want this PR issue, Earl? Do you?
I mean, he was right.
Jermaine Massey.
I mean, this is at a hotel in Portland. This dude should know, like,
was ordered to
tread
pack his
carefully,
bags and leave the Doubletree
security
Hotel
guard.
in Portland, Oregon, hours after he checked in.
A situation
The 71-year-old security guard, Earl Wesley Myers, had asked Massey for his room number. Massey said he didn't remember it and requested privacy for his phone call. Instead, Myers called for the police.
He should have let him finish his phone call and then asked him to get the room. Call the police.
I would have said the
or be
same
like,
shit.
Hey, I just checked in. Go talk to the desk lady. She'll know everything about it. I'm on the phone. Leave me the fuck alone.
Like if
Done.
he came and said shit to me, I'd be like, I don't know, man. Leave me alone. Like, go away.
I
don't have time for you right now.
Because what?
You want to play the actual phone call? You want to hit play on the actual phone call? We have the phone call. If that makes any difference, you want to hit play?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Hello, Mother. Hello, Mother. Pull the car up. I have the jewels, Mother. Mother, I have the jewels. Let's go, Mother. Pull the car up, Mother.
He was robbing the
And
hotel.
I'm staying here?
He was robbing the hotel.
The jewels.
The
jewels.
jewels.
He stole the jewels
that they keep at the
From
Portland
the hotel.
DoubleTree.
From the hotel.
Yeah.
So this guy
Every
was a
hotel
hero.
has to have jewels in it to be a hotel. That's how that works.
Yeah, Earl's a hero. He saved the jewels.
Not anymore.
He even went so far to say that he's there to protect the safety of the guests.
He's
As if
protecting
I
the
weren't
jewels.
a guest, and I was causing a disturbance, and I was a safety threat.
Massey says white guests in the lobby were not similarly questioned.
They're not loitering.
How am
They're
I
not loitering. They're white.
They're not loitering.
loitering in an area that's public?
They're sitting here.
So this area is off limits after a certain time?
Only if you're a guest.
I am a guest.
You didn't tell me that.
I just checked in with my American.
See, he's holding the little piece of paper.
Oh, he's holding that, and he still can't. Oh, that's fucked up, man. That's like he's like, here is my key. I don't know the fucking room number.
That's
What a
like
dick.
holding on to, like, you know you're fucking wrong, but you're just gonna hold on till the very end.
Yep. Can't give up now.
I'm already in it now. Fuck it.
Used his room key for a manager.
He wouldn't ask me to call 911 without any cost.
I didn't do anything to this man.
Okay.
I'm taking a phone call.
But responding officers warned Massey he could be arrested for trespassing if he stayed.
That I need to leave.
Of the property, yes.
According to the police report, the 34-year-old who said he was a former FBI agent became loud and started yelling that the hotel was racist.
I mean, if this is on video, they should release it because it is illegal to say that you're a law enforcement officer if you're not.
You know, judging someone based off of the color of their skin, you never know how it feels until you've actually been there. I could have went to jail had I responded a different way.
And the past year, police have been called on a group of black people barbecuing.
It's illegal to have a charcoal grill in the park here.
A girl selling bottled water on the sidewalk.
Illegally selling water without a permit?
This has to be like psyops because these women are so white. And Earl was so white. This is like so white. It's
And they're all gonna
ridiculous.
give birth to the fattest baby.
Oh God!
And Bob Marley's granddaughter after she and her
Bob Marley's granddaughter
friends left their Airbnb.
Yeah, we're standing here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 police officers here. Yeah.
Massey checked into a different hotel Saturday after he was kicked out without a refund. On Thursday, the DoubleTree announced it was reviewing its
He got his refund, I bet.
Oh yeah,
You asked if that guy should
Anna.
be fired, the security guard, and he should be fired because he's 75 and he's a security guard. What's he gonna fucking do other than make a bunch of nonsense phone calls?
I think we know what he did.
Somewhere else.
The news isn't talking about those jewels missing because Earl saved them.
Trainings
I forgot
and
about
had
the
launched
jewel.
an investigation. We have a zero-tolerance stance on discrimination of any kind, it said in a statement.
I plan to try to seek justice and make sure that doesn't happen to anybody else.
Now, Massey's attorney said in a statement his client was publicly humiliated and now wants the hotel to publicly answer to two questions. Why was he approached by security and interrogated? And why was he called a threat to the safety and security of guests? And guys, I got to
That
point
is
out,
nuts.
this actually happened to me about 2 weeks ago at an unnamed hotel. There was a security guard who came up to me and said, "Hey, what's your room number?" And I gave him that look. And he said, "Oh, it's just for security reasons." And then there was a white couple on the side of me, and thankfully she spoke up. The lady did, and she said, "Well, you didn't ask for my room number."
Good
I
for
gave
her.
her this look like, okay.
Good for her.
What?
You're on my side.
You know, but
Correct.
that's what it will
That's-
take. It's going to take us working together, regardless of your race, your sex, your religion, speaking out. And of course, there are two sides to every story, so we don't know both sides.
We don't
but
know how
it
many
happens.
jewels were unaccounted for.
I mean, there's cameras all over that hotel lobby. There's no way there's not. So
Those two
if
white
audio,
news
though.
anchors want this to end so bad. Look at them.
Look at their faces.
yeah, they do look so uncomfortable. You're right.
Okay.
Exactly what
Please,
happened
can we
here,
just
but-
move on to white news, please? Thank
Yeah,
you.
the white male anchor, he almost looks like he's playing Speedy in some kind of low budget western or something.
Oh, geez, Mrs. Sampson. My
newsflash.
Uncle Stormy got carded at the hotel.
That's the exact look Egghead had on his face in that movie.
People of color stay at hotels, they live in apartment buildings, and they go to Starbucks.
And they barbecue.
Yes, they do.
And they
barbecue, right?
Yeah, you know, I know what you like. Barbecue and
barbecue shrimp,
grape
shrimp
soda.
Creole, shrimp scampi.
All the things that they do. Wow.
Damn it.
What an uncomfortable ending to that news segment. What the hell?
Let's go back to Louis C.K.
Right.
saying the N-word.
Yeah.
Trump.
That at the top of the hour.
This is something we didn't cover earlier. I do want to play this. Trump actually lowered his ask price for the border wall.
Well, we begin with new conflicts from the partial shutdown of the federal government that could continue into January as more agencies run out of funding. President Trump is now also threatening to close the border with Mexico if Democrats refuse his demand for money to build the wall on the southern border. Mr. Trump has lowered his asking price for the wall.
Have you heard what Cards Against Humanity has done?
I'm sorry, what?
Have you heard about what Cards Against Humanity has done?
No, is this in relation to what we're talking about?
Yeah, they bought a huge plot of land down at the border, so that the government has to fight them to get the land to build the wall. And they built a trebuchet on the land, so if they do build the wall,
so they can catapult Mexicans over the wall.
They could tear the wall down with a trebuchet if they started to build.
I thought they were going to catapult illegals over the wall.
There's a GoFundMe right now going on for ladders to climb the border wall.
There's a GoFundMe for the wall.
Yeah, which is hilarious because even if the government accepted all that money, and it's a stupid amount of money, it's like $17 million, $18 million last time I looked.
Which is like a toilet seat in the Pentagon.
And if even if they got that money and the government took it, it would still be up to Congress to fund a wall. Yeah, even if they have enough money.
All right.
They just don't want to use it for something as stupid as a fucking wall.
You have to do what Cards Against Humanity did.
It's up to $18.1 million in 12 days. That's insane.
Somebody's gonna have a nice fucking paycheck.
Oh,
I don't know what happened to that money, but the wall, something, I don't know. Just see you later.
Democrats plan to pass legislation to try to restore the government when they take control of the House on Thursday. Nicole Killian is at the White House with the latest. Nicole, good morning.
Good morning to you, Anthony. And we are now entering the second week of this partial government shutdown. Last night, President Trump had dinner with the vice president and other advisors who have been key negotiators in this shutdown fight with congressional Democrats. But so far, neither side seems to be letting up, leaving federal workers in limbo.
John Martin, an engineering technician for the Federal Aviation Administration, is one of the victims of the political gamesmanship that has highlighted this shutdown.
It's a little frustrating because as a federal worker, you feel sometimes like you're hostage to this.
Martin is one of 380,000 workers who have been furloughed. 420,000 others, including TSA screeners and Border Patrol officers, are working without pay. President Trump canceled.
President Trump did yet another interview next to a running helicopter. That's what he always does.
Plans to host his glitzy annual New Year's Eve party at his Palm Beach resort Mar-a-Lago and will stay at the White House. The president has apparently agreed to lower his demand for a full $5 billion to build the border wall, a number unacceptable to Democrats.
We gave them our most recent offer. We came down off of our $5 billion offer. We were fully expecting them to come back and continue those negotiations. Last night they called us and said that they weren't even going to counter that.
Democrats say the president's latest threat to shut down the southern border unless he gets his money is not helping the shutdown impasse.
The president ought to get over this syndrome of his television show, you're fired, you're shut down, we're going to walk away.
It was called The Apprentice.
Yeah.
God.
I mean, he even hired Omarosa, who was the winner of the first Apprentice. But then she turned on him when he fired her.
Tell all.
Yep.
And you can't play in it.
Meanwhile, John Martin will
an actor on Canyon Trails with Egghead.
only get one more paycheck unless the government opens up soon.
We shouldn't be penalized.
The Environmental Protection Agency had additional funds to stay open an extra week, but as of midnight, it began furloughing many of its 14,000 employees. Michelle?
All right.
A lot of
We
folks
can
want
burn
this
all the shit we want. The EPA can't get mad at us. Let's do it.
Over and soon. Thanks, Nicole.
Someone was like, oh, they get back pay. It's like, okay, well, some people can't afford to wait longer than a month to get paid.
For real, like they're gonna start leaving.
They
doing
work
something else. Like,
yeah, they work with the expectation that they get paid on the same time every week or every month, whenever they get paid.
Now, if you had a job where you get paid bi-weekly and 2 weeks go by and that whole pay period is nothing to you, how long would you go with that system in place before you're like, I'm gonna go find something else?
Right.
The government should grant the land where the wall should be to like private companies and let them build like businesses on the wall, and then they have to build the wall as a condition. And then you have like a Chipotle there at the wall. You got a little Chuck E. Cheese.
I knew you were going to say
it's the Wall of America.
Shit.
Yeah, the Wall of America. It's a good idea.
It's not.
Why? We just
Pizza Hut every 50 yards.
Dude, it's in some of the most inhospitable land. No one lives near
But it
there.
becomes a destination place. We've seen Dubai.
No.
Let's make the wall
Dude,
America's
Dubai is a city.
Yeah, and we saw Dubai.
Dubai is a fucking city.
And it was a desert.
Nobody lives... Dude, you have no fucking clue what you're talking about.
Wow.
Right now.
Look at Dubai in 1992 to now.
Okay.
We take this wall and we make it a destination place for people
Dude,
to live.
the population of Dubai was way higher than this. What you're talking about.
And
right
you think
now.
the population of Dubai is the people inhabiting it right now?
No one is going to drive.
We're making a luxury wall of America.
No, here's the problem.
It's the worst fucking idea
What's going to
ever.
happen is they're gonna hire immigrants to work at these places, and what they'll do is they'll clock in at the front, they'll go back into the kitchen area to work, and when they leave, they'll just go out the back door where the loading docks are, which is on the American side, and then they just walk right in. So there's a hole in this whole theory of yours, but I like where it's going.
I'm just
you could figure that
The
out.
security to even get in this building would be worse than getting on an airplane.
There's
Who the
no
fuck wants to go
security. It's a wall.
You are so fucking stupid.
What?
If you are seriously arguing this is fucking
And
insane.
The other side of the wall will lease to Mexico. We'll give them like trade opportunities. They could have whatever big restaurant chains they want there, and we'll take a percentage of the earnings. Because Mexico is one of the fattest nations in the world. They would love to come eat at the Great Wall of Mex America. I'm just saying I'm giving answers here. Not enough people are giving answers.
I did give answers, actually. I did. I said don't build
the
a fucking
halfway
wall.
point between from where we're at to where the wall would be is Tucson. Driving just to Tucson is abysmal. Doubling that drive to go past where even civilization exists is even worse.
But we're creating a demand
I'm
for
not driving
civilization.
3.5 hours.
No one would want to live there.
Nobody wanted to live in
Oh God, no.
Palm Springs until they built Palm Springs.
They built Palm Springs.
Yeah.
And so it was created. We have now
Right,
Palm Springs.
Yeah. God came down from the heavens and was like,
I'm just
this is
looking-
now Palm Springs.
Bless this land.
I'm looking for a way
So-called
to make a reasonable wall work in a corporate America. And I'm giving you these options and you're telling me it's stupid?
Yep. And I'll tell you, like I said earlier, secure the border with technology. You don't need a physical wall. Also, limit the reasons people want to come to the U.S., which it's because there's so much disparity where they live, and a lot of that has to do with the drug war. And that's because our American drug war makes the drug cartels in Mexico very rich. It's American money funding these cartels.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, have you heard the videos from like El Paso with like the gun like shootouts that are just on the other side of the border in Mexico?
Yep.
It's just right there. But now you're going to put a Taco
Juarez.
Bell right there? Like,
Juarez.
yeah, that's a risky Taco Bell.
Well, not just a Taco Bell Deluxe. Have you seen those fancy Taco
I'm moving
Bells?
on to the next.
They have alcohol.
We're getting one.
They serve tequila.
Yeah, Taco Bell Cantina. We're getting one of those. I'll never go there, but we will have one.
I'm a dreamer. Okay, that's my problem. I'm dreaming of a world where the wall works, and I believe that works in a corporate America. It has to be privatized. The wall must be privatized. It must have incentive for being built. and then it
Fuck
works.
it, I'm on your side.
Thank
you. Sold me.
Fuck that. You're doing that just to be a contrarian.
Maybe.
I like
yeah, fuck you, Dylan.
I like stuff, man. If
Yeah,
I
you
could go
both
down to
are.
the wall and just get anything,
There's
I need,
nothing
get some new
there. Why the
Levi's,
fuck would you
some
want to go
shoes.
there? Everything they could possibly have in this bullshit wall already exists where you live right now.
Think about the food court, man. It's gonna have an amazing
food court.
food court.
Awesome. We give Elon
the
Musk
arcade, dude. The arcade alone, worth it.
We give Elon Musk the mid rights to the
Arcades.
wall. The inside
Where
of
the
the
fuck
wall.
do they have arcades anymore?
Elon Musk can build his dart train through the inside of the wall, the lightning train, the lightning fucking pod that travels from L.A. to Florida in 4 hours. It's a developmental opportunity here.
Writes itself.
We're leaving money on the table if we don't do this. I should have played this before I started talking about the wall.
I know.
What a border. Good idea. Or what a burger on the border. What a border. It's all Whataburgers. And in and out.
Whataburgers and machine gun placements.
What about how about
Okay.
a Frederico's while we're at it?
A Frederico.
Oh, dude, Federico's is the shit.
Yeah.
Never been.
They have them in New Mexico
You should.
too. Yeah. It's good stuff.
I've got one like 5 miles from here. It's
So many Filibertos.
I recommend super nachos. Yeah, Filibertos, Federico's, whatever. If it says Bertos or Ricos at the end, they serve super nachos. Just
Chico's
get 'em.
tacos.
Just get them.
I had Roberto's nachos in Las Vegas. They were the carne asada nachos. No, the carne asada fries. So good.
Carne asada fries are awesome.
Carne of Assad?
Carne of Assad fries, yeah.
Carne of Assad fries.
Yeah. All right. I think there's a Wild Bill video. Let's see.
Pigs, lipstick, and Islam. Damn.
This guy.
Hello,
How is that
everybody.
offensive
Wild
to
Bill for
so many
America
different
here,
people?
Reminding you of an old saying. It doesn't matter how much lipstick you put on a pig. It's still a pig. And no, this video is not about Democrat.
It's kind of like it doesn't matter if you put on a cowboy hat and a Hawaiian shirt, you're still a flaming homo.
In Miami. Yeah.
women. That would be
This guy always just like throws me off complete left field. He starts off one spot and then he's over here all of a sudden. I'm like, how the fuck did you get there?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this, man.
No, this video is about ISIS, Islam, and Muslims, and their future plans for the USA, and England and Norway, the Philippines and Spain, and so on. ISIS is hacking, slashing, raping, burning, and murdering their way towards the West. Muslim men slicing the heads off little infant boys and girls. Why? Because those toddlers are not Muslim. The brutality of these monsters is finally waking up a few people. Well, listen up. Here's a Wild Bill bullet of truth for the free world. ISIS is Islam. We are finally seeing Islam without the lipstick. For decades, left-wing media and elected officials have been desperately putting lipstick on Islam, hoping to convince people
He
that
speaks
Islam
like he's like the authority on what Islam is.
Right.
is a religion of peace, desperately ignoring the overwhelming evidence to the contrary. The mass murderers of ISIS are Muslims in the tradition of Muhammad himself, and there is no amount of lipstick that can hide that fact. But liberals in both the USA and England are still putting lipstick on that pig, still insisting that all Muslims should not be judged by the actions of a few. Well, actually,
I mean, no one wants to be judged by the actions of a few, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that is unfair, correct? And you can't have a society with freedom of religion if you treat one religion differently. But yes, it should be acknowledged that, especially in our day and age of all religions, Islam is the most radicalized. It's also the fastest growing by far in the entire world.
It's the biggest religion in the world, isn't it?
I don't know if it is yet, but by the amount that they're growing at, it will be easily. I would have to look it up, but
I'm looking it up right now. No, Christianity at 31.5 and Islam 23.2. So it's there.
And most of that Christianity is Catholicism.
Yes.
So, and by the way, after this video, sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say the way, like I said earlier, how he talks about how it's the way he makes things sound is he is the authority on Islam. Like he knows the ins and outs, and see, this is why they're doing all this bullshit. I bet you he has not read one thing that has to do with any of like Islamic texts or what they really believe in or anything like that. This is just him going, oh, the news says Islam bad, therefore I'm just gonna go with it. You know, I don't think he has any idea what they truly believe.
Well,
right.
I think there are some beliefs that are like not cool, like the fatwa, shit like that. I'm not a big fan of calling the death of Salman Rushdie and people like that when they speak out against the religion.
I mean,
like that right. is kind of fucking crazy.
I mean, there were Muslim empires that, you know, took over huge segments of the world too. I mean,
yeah, but I mean, there's empires that are always taken over the world, right? This is like recent media. This is recent times where, like, oh well, he shouldn't have spoke about Muhammad. Now he has to die.
I mean, even more recently, we have the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia killing people he doesn't like, journalists.
Are you sure that wasn't a wrestling angle?
100 million of them that are active terrorists. President.
Oh, and by the way, after this, I'm going to read the Streamlabs and shit. I forgot to do it before this.
Pee-wee went on national television to declare that ISIS is not Islamic. More lipstick. One does not have to look far to see that the I in ISIS stands for Islamic. Keep smearing that lipstick, Mr. President. I'm sure the...
And Thomas said, Islam is a side of cancer. It should be eradicated. Well, I'll tell you what. You can't make it illegal and eradicate it because that's just going to embolden them. It's not going to make it die. You have to fight it with... you have to convert the newer generations and show them how it's not a good philosophy to live by. You know?
Any religion.
Yeah, all religions are pretty,
terrible. They made Catholicism illegal like during Victorian times in the UK.
Yeah.
And there were still Catholics. There were still Catholic churches hiding out places. They didn't stop them. You know,
there's just shitty people, and it doesn't matter what really. Everyone has shitty people, and you can't focus on that being the
religion.
Cause of...
Religion is just a way for people to turn away as the shitty people.
But I do want to say that in today's day and age, Islam perpetrates worse things than most other religions.
Scientology's got some pretty weird shit going on.
No, they're not beheading gay people.
Well, they
priests rape
stuff.
kids.
There's
so,
no,
you know.
There's, it's not a good. It's not even close to a good comparison because Scientology only has a handful of members. It's not. It's only existed. It's existed for less than 100 years, and there aren't nations that are governed by the dogma of
it's
Scientology.
It's one of the major players in Hollywood, and Hollywood runs the world.
No, it doesn't.
Hollywood
doesn't. No, you're giving Hollywood way too much credit.
It's the bastion of media.
No, it's not.
Kardashians probably believe you. People who do not understand Islam keep thinking that we can just...
I mean, if you want to do that, you can use the same arguments that people say, well, all the people that own all those studios are actually Jewish. It's not Scientologists running.
Well, there's three. There's the gays, the Jews, the Scientologists, and then the fourth bonus one is the Alcoholics Anonymous.
There's just a handful
that's who
of
runs Hollywood.
There's just a handful of actors that are Scientologists. They don't run Hollywood. They may have influence, but they don't run it.
They all have stuff on every one of those actors and make them perpetrate their global domination.
You're just making up more shit.
I mean, Xenu...
I'm not going to back you on this one, man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
He just makes up shit all the time.
It might be complete bullshit.
I can't wait to be on that guy's news segment next week.
Put in the peaceful Muslims and keep the bad ones out. Islam does not work that way. Westerners must break out of that blindness. The entire Islamic religion channels every Muslim down the same path, and it all hinges on the number of Muslims in any society. When they are less than 2% of the population, Muslims are friendly and kind and good neighbors, following Muhammad's rule of be a friend until you are strong enough to crush them.
Someone just accused me of being anti-Semitic. Dude, you were not fucking listening to what I was saying, did you? Idiot.
When Muslims reach 4 to 6% of the population, they begin demanding special rights, halal food, no pork.
I was quoting people who have said those things about Jews running the media. I did not say that.
If you have 4 to 6% of the population, maybe halal food should be a part of the menu at that point, because you're going to make more money selling halal food. Like that's just a commerce.
Well, I like this. This should be a screenshot. Smile like a donut.
Show me your O face.
Pork or alcohol in local stores. When they reach 8 to 10%, they become aggressive towards Jews and Christians. They begin forming Muslim neighborhoods where only Muslims are welcome and begin setting up Sharia law courts.
Fucking white people make neighborhoods really white people are welcome to. Come on, everybody does it. Shut the fuck up. This guy's terrible.
Yeah, he sucks.
With the sign.
I like that he's got the math down for it, though. 4 to 6%.
Yeah, down to
8 to 10%.
Very specific percentages that this is down to. 2%
Islam shall
is
rule the world.
threshold.
Freedom go to hell. Behead those who insult the prophet, etc. And guess what happens when Muslims reach 20% of the population? War comes to your town.
War?
Assassination.
Oh, okay. There's a town called Dearborn, Michigan right now that is about 48% Muslim. There's never been a war there. There's no war.
You ever heard of the Great War of Dearborn?
What?
You ever heard of the Great War of Dearborn?
Oh yeah, it's raging on right now.
The Jihadi Michigan?
You can't fly an aircraft. The anti-aircraft is it's too dense.
Yeah.
You cannot fly a plane over Dearborn, Michigan.
Yep.
If you try to go in the streets, the machine gun turrets are in place bunkers.
See, now you encourage Alan to make shit up.
Yeah.
See what you did?
Rape gangs roaming the streets.
Yeah.
All I'm
Welcome
saying,
to the War of Dearborn, gentlemen.
Burning synagogues and
once
churches.
the food starts going halal, it's wartime.
Women who do not wear the burqa are raped. This pattern has been observed in every nation that has put out the welcome mat to Islam. Every time. The evidence is indisputable and there is no excuse for ignorance. But amazingly, the liberal left in the USA and England keep doubling down on stupid. They keep smearing lipstick on that pig and chanting the mindless mantra that Islam is a religion of peace. Talk about mind-numbed robots. Now, in the USA, Muslims are about 4% of the population and rising. The Obama administration is feverishly working to bring as many Muslims into the USA as possible.
They are?
Gee, what could possibly go wrong?
So this is older, obviously. And his videos have a different intro now and stuff, too, so I thought this was older.
Gee, what could possibly go wrong?
This place is going to halal in a handbasket.
On there. Isn't it amazing that after all these years of the Obama administration that we still can't say for sure which side Obama's on? I am truly suspicious of the motives of the Obama administration and of the left-wing media. The March of Islam is the closest thing we have to the Star Trek Borg. Resistance is futile. You will be assimilated.
Borg?
Ben, you're a big Star Wars.
Compares Islam to the Borg?
You did not.
You're a big Star Trek fan, right, Ben?
Yeah, I am, actually.
Explain the Borg in the terms of Islam for me.
I mean, you could use the Borg as an analogy for any group of people that operate, as
in a hive mind.
Well, I mean, like, if a bunch of people are in a group, and that way you can kind of use that, but actually the Borg were humans that were mixed with synthetic technology and became self-aware and decided they were the perfect race, so they started going around taking over planets and making them Borg. And they're almost like zombies in a way, because if they get you, you become one of them. Okay. And it just spreads everywhere.
Your consciousness goes into the collective.
Right. Yeah, it's a collective.
There's no individuality.
They're all the same.
So is Cat Stevens a Borg?
Cat Stevens is a Muslim.
Oh, okay.
It's not a really.
He's therefore Borg.
It's not that big of a comparison. I always thought, like, if AI got out of hand, someday we could have something like the Borg.
You think AI is going to save us from this Muslim invasion that Wild Bill's talking about?
If AI became, self-aware and self-replicating, we could have something like the Borg.
Wouldn't humanity have to become self-aware first?
We are self-aware.
We think we are.
I think AI is going to take over the people problem.
You're so cringe. Damn it.
And the best advice.
Like he's not about to say, oh, yeah, he did.
Ever heard on Star Trek?
There it is.
Keep your guard up, Captain. They will destroy you.
Keep your guard up,
This is Wild
Captain.
Bill for America asking you to join me in getting this vital message to as many people as possible. If you can, please become a monthly donor. Thank you for watching, and America bless God again.
Yeah.
Family comes over for Christmas, and I'm just like, hey, before we get opening these presents, I just want you guys to know, Wild Bill said, I must spread this message to you. So let's just sit down for a minute, and let's do my duty here. Like, come on. Like, what does he expect this video to go other than making fun of it?
Dude, I used to work with a guy who probably watches these videos and fucking just, goddamn right, Bill.
Goddamn right, exactly.
Yeah.
Every millennial on my Facebook timeline is talking about, gotta go to Christmas dinner and listen to my racist uncle say things about Trump, da da da. They're all Wild Bill's fans. All these uncles just got done watching this video. They come to the fucking dinner table. They're like, well, Katie, you think because you have your tits hanging out, you don't have to worry about Sharia law? Yeah, that's right. I'll talk to Wild Bill. Talk to Wild Bill. Just wait. You wish you had a hijab.
Next year, this whole turkey dinner is going to be halal, and it's going to be your fault.
Every racist uncle starts dressing like him, too, showing up with a cowboy hat and a fucking Hawaiian t-shirt. Like, God damn it. You've been watching Wild Bill again?
Talk about how bad halal is, and then we'll go sit on the couch and watch NASCAR reruns.
I mean, it's
okay?
actually a healthy diet. Halal food is like a healthy diet.
Probably.
Is it cruel?
Huh?
Is it cruel to the animals?
No, I don't think it's like that. I mean, I don't know all of the ins and outs in it, but I know like the types of foods, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. Someone in the chat was like, it's cruel.
Well, kosher, I know kosher is cruel to animals, but I don't know if halal is that similar.
It?
Oh yeah, dude, the kosher butchering, they slit they have to slit the throat of the animal and let it bleed out.
NFHC tell Dusty the cockatiel that he's a beautiful bird?
Well, both of you tell Dusty the cockatiel that he's a beautiful bird.
Dusty the cockatiel, you are a beautiful bird.
I agree. Beautiful bird.
Awesome. See, what's so hard about that?
Oh, yeah, I don't know what's going on with this fucking bird.
I like to think that Dusty the cockatiel is a litmus test for good humans.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
Like, oh yeah, I'll tell him he's a beautiful bird, and other people are like, what's that supposed to mean?
Okay. I've only seen one person.
Oh, Maddie also wouldn't say that Dusty was a beautiful bird.
Oh.
She's my Brett Queen.
Oh. I see.
Oof.
What? What just happened?
The chat, the patron chat mutiny. I just read. He just said this farty faggot.
Because he farts? I have not understand one fucking word you've said.
I don't think I've ever heard that sentence before in my life, and it's so funny.
Cynical Beats, who by the way is a black guy, sent it's Cynic. He changed his name. He sent in and he said, "Hey Billy," and then N-word.
Oh.
But it didn't read it out loud because it wasn't a $20 one.
Thank you for your contribution to society.
Yeah, changing the world.
Let's see. I gotta read. Let me scroll, bitch. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
It was so funny. I've never heard the words farty used like that before.
I hate this because... Or I hate this beating up people for things they did in the past. The only way you're going to change someone's mind is through kindness. There's a black guy who literally friend white supremacists and try to get them to change their mind. That's how you do it. That's how to do it.
Yeah, guy was
also
awesome.
eat mushrooms together.
Yes.
Someone, dude 20 for $5 said, "Hey, gay wads, how big is David's dick?"
Oh, holy shit!
God damn it.
Zwick in the donations. Do I have to explain this?
I don't know what. Yeah, go ahead.
There was a live stream we did where we were trying to bring back the term gay wad just because it was funny, and it didn't work out. But Zwick approved this. He said, "Well, since I'm bi, you can say that word." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, then we will use this." And then the Dave thing is that our co-host Dave that was on tap the last time we were he has the biggest of dicks. It's a comically large dick.
Substantial.
So, like, give me a ballpark length.
If you're standing up and you have your boxers on, your dick would be hanging out the bottom of your boxers.
That also depends on if I'm wearing like looser boxers. Oh man. Okay, give me
not boxer briefs, just like
above
the loose
the
boxers.
right above the knee.
Oh my God.
Right above the knee flaccid.
So you're saying he's got a foot long?
Yeah, easy.
Does that make his life hard?
I've tried to get that angle of like what you like pass out when you get a boner. Like
he's had a bad back lately.
So. Bad back, but not only that,
it's a lot of front weight.
It must scare away a lot of people.
He said he's never done anal.
Oh, I heard anal's actually better for a bigger dick because the ass is deeper than a vagina.
Not for the receiver, I would imagine.
I mean, that's what I heard. But it's usually man ass, like not women ass.
I don't know.
Man ass can usually take a bigger one better than a woman's butt can.
Someone put, I have officially lowered my ransom for the United States, and as a show of good faith, I will send out a single hostage. Releases Department of Agriculture. Oh, okay. He was doing a Trump. Also, why do we care if the TSA isn't getting money? Their failure rate has improved to 80%. An 80% failure rate wouldn't be acceptable anywhere else on the planet. I mean, I don't know if that's true, but I mean, okay, so what's your solution? We just don't have airport security? I mean,
now that avenue has been opened for like terrorist attacks where you could just like take over a plane and shit, you gotta have some kind of heavy security to some degree. I remember what it was like near 2001, 2003, 2004, somewhere around there. They were having like radiation and explosive detectors in the x-ray machines. I don't think they do that anymore because it was really expensive to install and maintain all that shit. But it's also toned down quite a bit. So the next time it happens, I'm sure it'll ramp back up. But I'm just saying, like, there has to be some degree of heavy security at an airport. There's no getting rid of it. There's no way.
Also, I care because they're people and it's their job, and people depend on their job to buy food and pay rent and utility bills and buy food or clothes and shit that you need. Pay a water bill.
Yeah, man. Too many people just hate other people for like no real reason. Like, stop trying to get people fucking fired and stop trying to like think people need to lose their fucking careers and their livelihood because you don't agree with them. Just fucking stay in your lane.
Oh man,
unless
I see
you're
that
on
all
YouTube,
the time.
then call everybody a pedophile.
You cannot tell people
cucks.
to stay in their lane anymore. That lane is overcrowded and people are very angry about it.
Like, just worry about your own shit. Like, why does everybody have to fucking worry about everybody else?
Well, it's because it's the way that
it distracts them from themselves.
It's the way that social change is designed right now. Because you don't have the numbers, you have to have you have to be the louder of the groups. You have to make more noise.
Someone put
everybody has a fucking voice.
Bowling Green, Kentucky was 20% Muslims once. Before the massacre. Was there a massacre in Bowling Green, Kentucky?
Is that a joke?
I don't know. I'll have to look it up. But
now I'm like, I don't know if I should laugh or cry.
Dragon in the West, $1. I think Islam can be reformed because of men like Imam Mohammed Tawhidi. I'm not familiar with him. Who believes needs have to have an enlightenment. Also, I wish Islam would go back to being super smart and progressive like they were in the Middle Ages.
It's fictitious, by the way.
Yeah, wasn't the Bowling Green massacre like it didn't actually happen, but somebody reported it as real, and then they got called out for it being a fake thing.
That's exactly.
And
what
then they
happened.
tried to be like, oh, but like they still tried to like go with their original bullshit, even though it was proven fake.
Yeah, in 2011, 2 Iraqi men who entered the country as refugees were arrested in Bowling Green, Kentucky on federal terrorism charges after they attempted to send both money and weapons to Al-Qaeda in Iraq. Blah, 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 blah. It never happened. This is not real. So,
I see.
Yeah, but it got reported as like this whole thing, and someone's like, wait, no, that's not even a real thing, you fuck.
We used to fact check things. Now facts just get in the way.
Well, yeah. I mean, if enough people dislike someone, they're going to believe negative press about them.
Are you sure? Is there an instance where you can say this happened? Maybe
it happens all the fucking time.
Anything in particular? Like maybe someone was called a pedo, and then
a lot of people get called pedos all the time.
Huh.
Yeah.
This guy, Billiam the Fridge, called some guy Onision, a pedophile.
I did.
He was building a rape den in the swamplands of Washington. I think is what happened. I don't know. I'm very murky. Yeah.
Yeah.
Drain the swamp. We're gonna fill it in so we can build a pedophilia camp.
It's not the views expressed on this podcast are not necessarily.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Are not necessarily
Come on, it's
true.
comedy. I'm just making shit up.
Calm
down.
Of course.
Calm down. Calm down.
Here's Ghazi.
Aquaba, y'all. So I was just chilling outside by the sun because I can do that because I'm black. And then white.
Anybody can.
Oh. I've never tried, so I didn't know.
The sun actually belongs to the original people. So
He was like, guys, I said, what, white Jesus? And he was like, you need to train male Saxons. I said, why, white Jesus? He was like, because just like dogs, they need training. I said, okay, I'll do it. So now I'm going to show you these well-trained male Saxons, toilet seat complexion individuals, okay? Disciples of white Jesus, okay? So let's talk to them real quick and let's see what they have to say. Uhuru. Uhuru.
Oh my God.
What?
First of all, this dude's white.
Well, yeah, these are the disciples of white Jesus here. Uhuru.
The ultimate cook.
Uhuru.
Do you owe reparations?
Absolutely.
Why you say that? Wait, who is you?
Beryl Shepley.
Uhuru Beryl. Now.
Is this a trans individual?
Honestly, I don't know what to believe at this point. I think this is all a troll.
Oh, reparations.
Yeah.
Of course I do.
This motherfucker makes videos all the time about how white people owe him reparations.
Of course I do. Do you owe
Just him?
Of
Or
black
the
people.
community?
Yeah.
Well, he calls them all Africans. He calls himself an African even though he's not from Africa. So
You owe me some money. Okay, you owe me reparations.
Absolutely.
Why is that?
Because every freedom that I have and have taken for granted for my entire life has been made possible by wealth that my ancestors stole.
Uhuru.
Did this guy just like get super pissed off in a GameStop this week? Isn't that the same person?
the other person's wearing a Black Power shirt.
Good. Uhuru.
Uhuru.
What your name is?
Jackson.
Uhuru Jackson. You owe me reparations.
I do.
Why that?
Because I have benefited from the wealth that was stolen from you.
I imagine they all have a collective debt to a lot of different people, so they're just adding reparations in at this point because they're never going to pay back their college tuition.
Yeah, why not? I owe everybody money at this point. Let's just throw it out there.
Their debt is so high they don't understand the concept of paying it back anyways, so they're in a privileged state of not caring about debt. Yeah, I have debt. Who cares?
I mean, Billy, at this point, just make up a number. I probably owe it to you too. Just sure.
Yeah.
As have all my ancestors, the ones who owned slaves and the ones who did not, the Jews in the white Jews in Hungary.
You better tell on the white Jews. Say that again.
The white Jews in Hungary, the fake Jews.
Yes, fake white Jews.
Fake white Jews.
Yeah, they're going to say that white Jews are fake.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So you unite with.
So only Sammy Davis Jr. was a real
reparations.
Completely.
Uhuru.
Yes.
Uhuru.
What your name is again?
Jackson.
Uhuru Jackson.
Uhuru.
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 Yep, you heard him, y'all. He said Uhuru. Uhuru.
Uhuru.
Where you from?
Seattle.
Oh,
My guy.
God, no.
My guy.
He raised around all nothing but African people, y'all. So he don't know nothing about being white. He don't like white people. Ain't that right?
All white people owe reparations, though.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Ain't that right?
That's true.
And what your name is?
Prince.
Uhuru Prince?
Uhuru.
Yeah.
Now, why you open reparations?
Because as a white person, I sit on the pedestal of colonialism and slavery.
Well, this guy does owe reparations for stealing the vernacular, right? You got to pay royalties on your fucking accent there, Bubby.
Yes. You
Build
must
not only the
pay
wealth
your
of this country,
reparations.
but the whole European world. Therefore, all white people owe reparations, and we're coming to get it.
Uhuru,
I don't have any money. Leave me alone.
Collector's fee. Like if I come help them get reparations, do I get a little bit of the pie? Do I get a little
Ask
fee?
them.
Can I get a 15% finder's fee? Because I might help.
Yeah, at least get paid the interest.
I think you owe Native Americans first because you appropriated the fuck out of them and then pretended to be one.
I thought I was.
Did you really, Billy? What'd you do to these poor natives?
I was raised to believe that I was Native American. My great-grandfather's birth certificate said
He's gonna
mulatto
tell-
on it.
yeah, a mulatto.
I would go
Martini.
camping
God.
with medicine men. I thought for sure I was Native American when I was a little kid. I'd go to powwows, all that stuff, and I'm whiter than white. I'm whiter than white,
No,
white,
you
white.
didn't. Did you fucking really?
I did, yeah.
Wow.
I had multiple medicine men as like mentors as a child. And I fucking
shit.
and I mean, it wasn't like it was the closest thing to a religion I ever had.
And it
growing
turned
up.
out to be a lie?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, you took a DNA test.
Okay, then yeah, you definitely owe them for their time and services.
I took it. Well, I mean, they were friends of our family. I took a DNA test. I didn't tell my father because I thought for sure he would like disown me. I was like, Mom, is there a possibility that you might have slept around with Dad? Because my dad thought for sure he was Native, and then I saw he had one of those 23andMe things on his table when I went to his house one night for dinner, and I was like, I gotta tell you something, Dad. I took one of these tests and it said that I'm not Native American at all. And he was like, oh, well, don't worry, Billy. You're still going to be my son. I raised you. It doesn't matter if you were. And he was more willing to accept the fact that I wasn't his kid than he was to accept he wasn't Native American.
was not Native.
And he was whiter than white, too.
I saw a video that this woman made, this black woman. She took an Afrocentric DNA test where they tell you like what tribe you're from, and it goes through your mother's ancestry. They trace the DNA that comes from your mom's side of the family, and this woman did an unboxing video to like go through the results of her test, and when it came back, it was like there's no African ancestry. There's little to no African ancestry on your mother's side, and she starts like freaking out. She's like, oh my God, no, this means I'm white. People are saying AIU covered that video. Yeah, I saw that. She got all fucking upset, and then she called her mom and found out that most of her mom's side is white. Like her mom is only half black. So if you trace back her mom, her mom's mom was white, you know. So
yeah, it's just like her whole like ancestry is definitely not what she was even coming close to thinking what it was. Yeah. Speaking of 23andMe, real quick, we were talking about this on the show a couple of weeks ago. Instead of because it's supposed to be like a spit sample.
Yep. Yeah, I've done it.
We were all thinking about getting it and misinterpreting the directions and just coming in the cup and sending it.
Well, how about
hey, I thought that's what you guys wanted.
How about you meet them halfway?
See if they'd even still process it.
How about you meet them halfway and just come in each other's mouths and spit that cum into the cup.
And then spit that
and see
into
if they
a
can
cup
find
and
if
see
it's
what
your
we
spit
get.
or their cum, right?
That's a good fucking idea.
It's a good
but
bit.
who's going to be the receptacle is the problem.
I think y'all
definitely
have-
isn't going to be me.
I think y'all have to take turns.
Let's see what
I'm the host of the show. I
True.
don't take turns.
True.
Let's see what the only like actually like really white looking person in this video has to say. The blonde.
Hey,
They
this is
saved
the guy
the blonde
that
one
accused,
for last.
Onision of being a pedophile. It's the same guy, isn't it?
Totally is.
Oh man.
Uhuru. What your name is?
Jesse.
Jesse. You owe me reparations.
Correct.
And I want it.
Correct.
When do I want it?
Now.
When do I want it?
Now.
And you gonna get it for me?
Yes, indeed.
All right. Why you owe reparations?
Because I stole the entire way you talk. That's why I owe you some royalties.
And amenity I have has been at the expense of my black and brown brothers and sisters around the world. Everything in this country is soaked, saturated with the blood of slavery, with genocide. Even the times that I've had to scrape for dollars in my life, they still bared the face of the slave master, genocidal maniac. And I know full well that even the homeless white man on the street corner is going to get more head nods and ham sandwiches than the black men across the street.
That's a dope album name. Head nods and ham sandwiches.
See, this is the face of pure white guilt here. This is like real, like legitimate white guilt.
How the way this whole video is just going around the circle of him just like pointing at like, you owe me reparations. It's like I feel like it's so outlandish that there's no fucking way it's real, but it's gotta be. It's real.
Just trying to bang some black chick. He's like, man, that chick's fucking hot. I gotta join this thing.
I mean,
or maybe I'm gonna wear this shirt and do this video, but I'm gonna get in there.
I'm gonna go for it until it
Going all the way.
inserted into her, and then I'm gonna bounce.
It all comes down to the cult of personality, right? Ghazi is a personality, and these people have less personality than Ghazi, so they look up to him and they'll say what he wants to say because he's pitching his fucking story to them, and they're like they're buying into it. They're all fucking like this is not an army, all right? This isn't the face of reparation change in America. This is a bunch of fucking dipshits sitting around a circle pleasing Ghazi's uhuru prince. Tell them, do you owe me reparations?
So cool.
You gonna put it in my PayPal? Yeah, okay, Ghazi, because we really look up to you, because we're a bunch of fucking dipshits. They suck.
It is
They're
really
shitty
crazy.
humans. They're all shitty humans.
It's crazy how much this guy looks like that guy in that first video.
Yeah.
Right?
They just throw a hat on him and it's the same fucking guy.
I just think it's kind of,
probably is the same guy. He's got the same ear gauges and he's wearing the same glasses.
That's what it's him.
Make sure and call the police if you're not paying your reparations, okay?
Yeah. Call the Washington State Police.
Everybody just call the police.
You see a white person not paying their reparations.
If a white person doesn't have money in hand for transfer of reparations, call the police. Okay?
Listen to me. You must call the police department if they have not paid their reparations.
I am the pedo now.
Anyway. Look at me.
Ugh.
So every white person, no matter how little you got or think you got, you owe money. I owe money. And like my brother Prince said, like my comrade Prince said, if you don't give it.
Yeah, they're also socialist too. I've seen Ghazi make videos defending like Stalin and North Korea. All kinds
defending Stalin? What the fuck?
There's a video of him, well, several videos where in the background he's got a picture of Mao Zedong behind him, who is arguably the biggest mass murderer in the face of human history. So,
and if it's not Mao, it's Stalin. So yeah,
Right.
let's defend the fuck out of that shit. Cool.
Mouths the dong.
We're gonna come
take it. And I've seen Prince take it. All right, we buy a church across the street.
Oh my God! What?
That reveals everything.
And Prince ran up on this old white man. What you say up to the old white man coming out the church?
I asked if he wanted to hear the gospel of reparations.
He should have fucking decked your ass.
Hey,
all right.
What your name is?
Virginia.
Who, Virginia? Oh, do I look good in this sun, Virginia?
You always look good.
Thank you.
There's always like the one soccer mom that finds the cult, and she's just trying to be cool and fit in with the young kids because she was that fucking weird when she was this age. She's like, I'll bring pie.
Right.
Bitch, you better not bring no sweet potato pie. That's our people pie.
I want Ghazi to find some Chinese dude and remake Rush Hour with him.
You gotta hurry up. You gotta get out the sun, girl. You ain't got no sunscreen, girl. We gotta save it.
Mark Wahlberg kicked the shit out of to play Jackie
The
Chan.
blind guy.
Yeah.
Your skin. Hurry up, girl. Hurry up.
Okay.
You know the sun don't like you, girl. Come on now.
Okay, every white person does owe reparations, and that is because we owe that money for the colonial oppression.
This is white privilege. Even though she's saying all this dumb shit right now, I kind of feel like, oh, she's just a sweet lady. She's just a sweet lady. That's white privilege.
ancestors.
No, she's not.
She's not, but I feel that way. Look at her. She looks like a fucking.
No, don't feel that way. Just focus on the words. You can't just look at her and go, yeah, she's okay.
It's hard. She looks like a carbon copy Melissa McCarthy.
Done to African people, and it continues to this day right here in the U.S. Not just all over the world, but here in the U.S.
She's such a
so
sweet
all
voice.
white people, no matter who you are, you do owe reparations. You
And
owe them
she's
right
fat.
now, and you need to pay them right now.
Yes.
And you can go to uhurusolidarity.org and click on the button that says pay reparations. That's what you need to do. You need to do it now.
There was a few, yeah, I'm done with this. I'm going to read a few super chats that I didn't read earlier, and then we're going to move on to the next video.
I love the guilt shill people that just shill the guilt and put their PayPal link at the end of the fucking guilt videos. Gross. Same thing as religion, though, so it's all bad. Fuck you all.
Yeah.
If you want to support me situation, there's a link in the description.
Just fatting around.
Let me see here. What do we got? Oh, someone named Break here donated $5. What the fuck is Onion Man doing this time? Molesting more girls? Making dumb arguments? Both? That's what someone asked. No reply?
Moving on. I didn't actually hear the thing. I got a text message that...
You didn't hear what I just
read?
read?
I did not hear what you just said.
What the fuck, dude?
Twitter's blowing up right now.
We're doing a show right now.
I know.
Twitter will still be there.
We are live right now, Billy.
Literally,
Get
I'm
it
like
together,
looking
man.
I'm looking at someone like talking about Onision. I'm like,
look, we can address that after the show's over. I
know.
We can do it on the post show. Even.
I know.
Okay, so you know, put your phone down.
It's down.
Here to play.
You got me in the middle of it.
I got you in the middle of what?
When I was trying to be like, what the fuck is going on now?
Someone said, what the fuck is Onion Man doing all this time? Molesting more girls, making more dumb arguments, both? That was sent in. That's
moving on. It's a fucking stupid question. What the fuck am I supposed to say to that? There's a reason I tuned it out. Fuck you.
God, I wish we had some more of those like wet fart video. The guy that donates to have us say Dusty's a beautiful bird. He goes around.
It's right there. Mutant, you just typed it again in the chat.
Yeah, he goes around Target.
Look at it. Just look at it.
He was standing in front of the mall Santa Claus. He was probably like 20 feet away from a mall Santa Claus, and he just fucking ripped this loud ass fart. Dude, it sounds like he's shitting himself.
So gross.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. But he also got Tom Arnold to give us a shout out.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. Maybe I should download that and play that too.
You should just...
It's funny because he says Dusty's a host.
Yeah, the host Dusty the cockatiel.
Yep, I fucked Roseanne. Yep.
It's my claim to fame.
Yeah, it was a sweet.
He actually is funny. Like I've seen I've liked even some roles Tom Arnold's played in movies, and he used to host like a sports show I used to enjoy.
He was in that really good movie, The Stupids.
I don't know what that is.
It's a really bad movie.
Tom Arnold does like the trying to find the Trump tapes shit on like what A&E or whatever the fuck it is now. Yeah, it's at least a season deep by now.
Huh.
I'm
gonna find it out.
Billy, you're gonna love this next video. It's called "Kiss My Feet, I Am a Queen."
I don't think people quite get this about me, and they need to learn.
No.
Even though I just got out of bed and I have.
Is she transitioning from human to zombie?
That looks like one of Dylan's ex-girlfriends. Holy shit,
man!
Does not.
They need to realize this, and
Next
this simple
ex-girlfriend.
thing only. I am a motherfucking queen.
Oh.
You cannot go to a queen and say, "Oh, we want you on our show so we can go make fun of you." So
I don't want you on a show.
It's like she's been laying in bed for a few days.
We don't need you here to make
never
fun
showered.
of you.
We've never asked you to be on this show. Like, I've never asked you to be on the show.
I might have slid in the DMs.
You liar.
I might have slid in the DMs.
My computer tried to run an update.
Death of the night.
All that.
I am a queen. I am no jester. I'm a queen. I mean, seriously, if you really want me on your show, you better kiss my ass and,
Why is
make
it
sure
always
that my clit is
sexual?
gonna
Did she
be
do that on
nice.
purpose, or
Did you hear what
legit-
she just fucking said?
No.
You just talked over some crazy shit.
That's why we have the pause button. I mean, the
You have a
rewind
pause button too, but you don't hit it before you start talking.
I didn't know she was gonna say some crazy shit. I was busy
You know,
talking.
make sure
You can hit the pause button.
I might
You have one.
I might.
that my clit is going to be nice, warm, and wet.
See, that's what you missed.
The clit. Everything else will be as dry as a desert, but that clit.
Yep.
Sure that my clit is going to be
I talked over her for self-preservation. I didn't need to hear that.
nice, warm, and wet.
My spidey senses count.
Okay. You better be kissing
It's
my
only
ass
wet
so
because that
much.
pustule fucking bump on her forehead got popped and the fucking pus from it dripped down into her cletus.
Oh, you know that forehead bump don't matter when you're down there addressing that drippy clit and kissing her asshole.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
It's apropos.
You're far removed from
That-
the forehead when you're down there.
That's
the drippy
apropos.
clit.
It's apropos that you call it the forehead bump, because that bump is forehead. It's the ejector bump. When you're getting head from her, you hit that and it shoots you right out.
That's how you remove yourself from the drippy clit.
Yeah.
Is you have to reach up. You have to reach up and tap, and you're gone.
That's the ejector button. Forehead. She's getting you getting some sucket, some slop. She's treating your fucking peener like it's all you can eat.
So when your face
baby
is
back
down
rib.
there addressing the ass and the drippy clit, you just have to keep in mind how to remove yourself from the situation. It's just your left arm goes flying up.
I was
and
thinking it was
tap.
for while she was giving the head. That's why it's right there at your
No,
lap
no,
level.
no.
But
You're
now-
a gentleman. You give head first.
But well, okay, I'm not a gentleman, and if I am, then it's gun to head, and I'm gonna head out of this life if I'm down there. I'm gonna be literally triggered. Last thing I'm gonna feel is
Just plug your nose. Everything's fine at that point.
I don't like it.
I'm just
Plug your
seeing
nose.
such
I'm telling you, I'd
marks all
rather
over
plug my brain.
Okay, you need to learn how to treat a queen because a queen's not gonna go around you fools.
Oh my God, her face.
A queen has better things to do in their life than dealing with people who just want to antagonize
She started
you.
YouTube before HD cameras were a thing.
Someone just said Jeff Holiday warned you. This isn't what's her
Joyce
face?
Sparkles?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Joyce Sparkles is a princess compared to the Shanity.
No. This queen here. Probably be better if I did a live stream. Why don't you come to Shanny Loves Games?
No, I'm not going to come there. You're not going to come here. No.
Did she really just rip off Games You Love and call it Shanny Loves Games? She is the Shanity, guys.
Someone responded, the person that asked you the onion question earlier just said, fuck you, Billy, you ain't sheet.
Okay. Your opinion matters to me. I'll take
Do you
that
think
into
this
account.
queen's thighs stick together if she's not wearing pants?
I think that,
Judging by how gross her hair is.
I think they stick together if she's not wearing a pan spray.
All right, I was just looking for clarification. Go ahead with
She's got like straight caked up margarine on every crevice of her body.
Yeah.
The slug.
It's like country crock all over her body.
She's such a disgusting individual that her slug trail, when it drips out of her coos, freshens up the rest of her body.
Oh my God.
Her slug trail.
Her
you
slug
sound like
trail.
our other fucking
Yeah.
co-host, Matt.
Yeah, but Matt calls it a snail trail at least. This bitch got a fucking
She's
slug
got a
trail.
slug trail.
Smells like pickles. Ah,
Okay.
sorry. Go ahead.
I think that's the end of her video. Yeah. Thank God.
Aw, damn it.
Well, I
Jesus.
mean, bow to the queen, guys. Queen Shanity.
Bow down to the...
Shanny for Christ.
She is the queen.
Do you know the way?
Gale Lightning Bolt's Antichrist, Zach Knight.
Oh? Gail looking kind
You
of
know,
gussied up.
I have discovered that Jesus has given me new powers. I am now able to beat up Zach Knight brain to brain like a man.
Like a man. If you could have brain to brain sex, why can't you have brain to brain assault? This is smart.
like a man.
Is this the broad? Is this the broad that thinks that Data can just like come into her house and shit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure.
Brent Spiner.
Fists and arms and using lightning bolts. Actually, I believe that since I've abandoned my King James only position, that I have become stronger in the Lord, and that's why, and I have a better perception of who the Lord is, and that's why that Zach Knight has not successfully tricked me when he tries to pose as Jesus Christ. Ever since he signed me into, he tricked me into signing a contract in November 2012, in which I didn't realize it, but I signed a contract that said that I wanted him to make brain-to-brain loving with me, and this was embedded into the signature line in very small print, which I never knew about till.
So Zach Knight is actually the Antichrist.
At this point in time, right? Now he's a friend?
Yeah, now. Yeah, this is older.
She did enough
I
brain
love
to brain.
the older Gail.
I have an idea.
Yeah, what's that?
Can we convince Gail to get this brain-to-brain sex shit going on that I am Brett Spiner only in brain form to where I could have her have sex with me over the internet? Is there a way to prove that in any capacity? For that I'm only communicating as Brett Spiner as myself. There's got to be a way.
Is that rape?
2 days ago. In fact, 2 nights ago, Zach kept sticking his fingers up my vagina.
That's
brain to
rape.
brain.
Oh, brain to brain rape.
Brain to brain.
I guess you can do it.
Yep.
And I hit him with my fist, brain to brain, over and over. I was furious at him, and I told Jesus about this. And then Jesus showed up, and I believe cut his fingers off, though I think they've regrown since then. He's got supernatural powers because he's Satan incarnate. But I kept fighting him, and I wouldn't give in. Because he was trying to rape me brain to brain. And I kept hitting him with my fist brain to brain. And then Jesus showed up to help me beat him up. And then he kept kissing me on the mouth, too. And I punched him in the face with my fist, just like a man. And he actually fell backwards. I could see it in the brain to brain.
So brain to brain.
I could see it in the brain to brain.
Brain to brain is just psychotic delusions, right?
I would venture to say yes.
Unless it's actually brain to brain.
I would agree.
And
see, there's a group of trolls that feed a lot of the shit this woman says to her. The thing is that they also tell her to do, like, to eat every day, to, like, they dissuade her from, like, certain types of behavior. They tell her to take her medication, which is like an antipsychotic medication that she takes.
Okay, so just me posing as Brent Spiner to get some like over the internet love is just probably wrong.
So originally, originally these delusions were created by her, but eventually some people on the internet convinced her that they were Jesus. But for some reason, Jesus needs Skype to talk to her. You know,
that's actually kind of amazing that there's troll caretakers. That's kind of actually beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, I don't agree with everything they do.
Of course not. But they do care for her in a way.
In a way.
He didn't really arouse me because I was too angry to be aroused. I beat him up. And then Jesus finished the job. And then he tried to kiss me and make love to me. Then he transformed into Satan and started hissing at me. And then Jesus was there, and he
started flinging Satan all over the room, and he was getting really beat up. And I could hear Satan.
What the hell happened to her voice?
What the fuck?
Right?
Satan just showed up in this video. Satan's in Gale.
Screaming for mercy, but he kept trying to come back at me, so Jesus was slinging him all over the place.
Dude, I am legitimately freaked out by how her voice dropped like an entire octave.
Imagine if this was hour 23 of the 24-hour show and this happened. I'd piss myself.
And then they had a stalemate, and Jesus just was guarding. Like,
so your voice went back to normal.
Standing guard to make sure that Satan or Zach Knight couldn't rape me brain to brain.
Brain to brain.
I like how she always throws that in. Rape me brain to brain, of course.
kept blocking Satan or Zach Knight from reaching me. But I could hear Satan in the background hissing while Jesus was just kind of like standing between me and Satan. So he wouldn't allow Satan to get near me or touch me brain to brain. I thought, oh, that Satan's so stubborn. So he was pacing and hissing.
That silly Satan. He's so
he just
stubborn.
got done fingering her pussy brain to brain, but now he's just stubborn old Satan.
And Jesus was blocking him. And brain to brain, Satan looked like a big red lizard with a flicking tongue, and he was hissing. And then he transformed into Zach Knight, and I started punching him with my fist because he was starting to come after me again. And then Jesus got involved and was shooting lightning bolts at Zach and at Satan.
Someone in the chat said, if she isn't a virgin, I'll be surprised. No, Gail used to be married and has children.
And
so, yeah, definitely not a virgin.
Mental illness is a hotbed for promiscuity, so she's probably...
No, I don't think she interacts with real people very often.
They were transforming from one form to another. And then they got, like I said, there was a stalemate for a while, and Jesus was standing guard, and they were both sitting down, and Jesus started drinking coffee and shooting lightning bolts at Satan while he was doing it. I said, thanks, Jesus, and he just kept shooting lightning bolts at Satan. I thought, oh, yeah, Jesus, yeah. I think Satan really hates that video that I made about Zach Knight, because in it I addressed the topic of the Antichrist too much, and apparently I was very accurate. So here Jesus was sitting down drinking coffee, and then Satan sat down, and there was like a stalemate between them, seeing who would leave first, so they could come out, so that Satan could come after me. But Jesus wouldn't leave, while Satan was a threat to me.
Thank you, Jesus.
Yeah.
And then Jesus would sip coffee and shoot more lightning bolts at Satan. I could hear Satan in the background screaming in agony, but he wouldn't leave.
Satan!
And then Satan started talking to me, faking as Jesus brain to brain. I said, shut up, Satan. Jesus will never talk to me brain to brain. He told me that because he knows you always try to fake as him, so he won't use any computers.
He only talks
he won't talk to me
Skype.
brain to brain. And it didn't work. He tried to trick me, but I knew it was Satan. And then right after that...
Did we lose Alan? He's frozen.
We lost him, but he's stuck in the best...
I thought he was in awe.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
Yeah, that's
Alan
what
lives in the middle of nowhere. His internet probably went away.
he should be able to come right back in once he reconnects. But yeah, he'll stay frozen like that, looking unbelievably concerned until that happens.
I was like, man, Alan's really fucking...
Jesus gave Satan one big shove, and I guess he headed for the bottomless pit. I don't know. I could see him flying and going down. But then, wherever he was, he still tried to talk to me, but his voice sounded muffled, so I figured Jesus was interfering. It kind of sounded like, like a guy trying to talk when he's gagged. So I heard these utterings, but they didn't make any sense. And then, all of a sudden, I felt a finger going up my vagina, brain to brain. Satan had transformed himself into Zach Knight and was after me again.
Damn it.
And then Jesus started zapping Zach Knight with lightning bolts. And
lightning bolt, lightning bolt,
and
lightning
then
bolt.
He started kissing me on the mouth.
Man, Alan, I can tell this is really disturbing you by the look on your face.
Brain to brain. And I hit him with my fist brain to brain, and he whirled back.
Okay, we get that this is all brain to brain. You don't have to keep saying it. We know. It's all brain to brain.
And then I aimed it right for his face. And I noticed that I thought, wow, Jesus has given me the ability, brain to brain, to hit him with my fist like a man. And I even started flinging Zach across the room, brain to brain.
Brain to brain.
And then I said, let's try lightning bolts. And I shot lightning bolts at him.
This next
and I
ball
started
is
aiming him
set
at
for
his
brain
penis. And
to
I could hear him
brain.
screaming in agony like, ah! I said, oh, wow, Jesus has enhanced my powers, brain to brain. So I started hitting him with a blitzkrieg of lightning bolts. And I heard him in the background saying, you bitch.
You bitch, with a blitzkrieg of lightning bolts.
Oh, blitzkrieg.
I'm loving
I started
this
hitting him
story.
with lightning.
There's another character that Gail talks to a lot through Skype, and his name is it's spelled like Terrence Jenkins, but Gail calls him Terrance Jenkins, and he's a black guy. So like all of the emails and shit that she gets from him are all typed out in Ebonics. It's really bad.
Bolts like
that's amazing.
Just like a blitzkrieg, and but he was so stubborn. He kept trying to come after me, but every time he tried to kiss me, or he did kiss me brain to brain, I couldn't get him off of me unless I punched him where he put his finger in my vagina. I hit him with my fist, brain to brain. I aimed right for his face.
If brain to brain was like a drinking game, we just drank every time she said brain to brain, we'd be so wrecked right now.
Oh, he's back. Welcome back.
I'm back.
You were frozen on the screen with the most concerned look on your face ever. It looked
dude,
like
I got fingered by Gail.
You got brain to brain right out of the screen, dude. Damn.
I don't know. My internet just like instantly died, so now I'm tethered through my phone.
It was the Jesuits.
It's working.
Yeah.
Nice phone.
Thanks, Gail.
And finally, I started hitting him with lightning bolts like a machine gun, like like bang, 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 like a blitzkrieg.
Damn.
And I was aiming some of them right at his penis, and then he slunk away from me. And I think I actually got him scared. And I saw him all curled up in the fetal position, crouching in pain, holding his penis. So much pain he could barely move. And I said, "Quit lying about me, Zach Knight, to the public, and leave me alone. And quit saying that I want you, because I don't want you, and you know I don't want you." And so I could hear, I could see Zach shaking his head in amazement at my new powers. I said, "Terrance," I was writing Terrance at this time, "can you beam him aboard Church of Gale so I can be sure my brain to brain is accurate and I've really done damage to him?" And they beamed him aboard, and they were able to get 2 pictures of his penis. And then he teleported away. But they sent me the pictures, and I saw a red inflamed penis with about half of it was black scorched skin. And Brent and Terrance later told me that it smelled like overcooked ham, and it really stunk. So they said, "Yeah, man, for real, Jesus has given you powers to shoot lightning bolts at him."
Lightning bolt.
They said it smelled awful. But even after I did all this damage to him, after he, because he raped me brain to brain, he still was able to get his finger into my vagina. So Jesus had to show up again. And this time,
thank God for
when Jesus showed up, there were the UFOs, Zach Knight and Satan, all against Jesus. And Jesus started shooting lightning bolts at the UFOs, and they exploded. And then I decided to help him out, so I went, phew, and I shot my lightning bolts, and I knocked out about a dozen UFOs. And UFOs were exploding everywhere. I could see it in my brain to brain. And then the UFOs started heading over to Church of Gale to harass my men.
Church of Gale's intergalactic starship, just in case anyone didn't.
Yeah, that's where they had to beam her up to, or beam Zach Knight up to, so they could take pictures of his dick and send them to Gale.
Yep.
But Jesus was acting kind of like the Gale android. Even though he's small, he's powerful, and those UFOs had met their match.
Okay, I'm gonna move on. We have one more video left. Then we'll do the Streamlabs. Then, by the way, guys, the reason we have a show today on Saturday, we don't normally do Saturday shows unless we meet our goal. That's why we did one, because last week we met our goal. The goal is up there right now. We're not quite there yet, but if we do meet the goal, in addition to a 24-hour show next week, on Saturday we will do a bonus show too.
24-hour. And we kind of had like a slow week because of Christmas.
Right.
So
our show is usually 2.5 hours long, so we're giving you more than a usual week's worth of content over a 24-hour period. Plus, we'll give you an extra show
and we'll kiss
on
you
Saturday.
And we'll kiss you through the cam.
You're sweet boys. All right. Here's the last video, and you know who it is.
Vaughn Helton.
What do I think about Kyrie Irving thinking that the earth is flat? Well, first of all, I'm going to have to Google who Kyrie Irving is.
Oh, thank God he didn't do any research before he turned the camera on.
Dude, look at his sausage links.
Why would you ever do that?
Holy shit, I thought that was his hand on the table. Those are not fingers, those are sausages?
Yeah.
Sausages?
Holy shit.
He always has a plate of food in front of his computer monitor.
That's 6 sausages there, and it looks like there was some missing.
And it doesn't.
That's a hungry boy.
This closet is perpetually the same. It's always this far open, and all the hangers are all piled on top of each other in different ways. The Chris Chan shirt is still there.
That's at least like 1,500 calories on that plate right there.
And once I know who Kyrie Irving is, then we can go
And
from
I'll be
there.
able to give my expert opinion on things because I don't actually know anything. I just look at Google and then say something slanted to racist.
Kyrie Irving and LeBron James says a flat Earth is okay.
Huh?
Let me say that again.
First of all, look at all the fucking icons on his desktop too. That should be illegal.
I was just gonna say, what could you imagine what all those icons like lead to in his mess of a computer?
I do like the same thing though.
Bringing the goal to a nice
round number.
Thank you so much. So we're 150 away from the goal, guys.
81.25%.
We're going to do the post show later, but you know, I like doing the bonus shows, so might run a little bit longer than usual to meet that goal, you know.
And this is a top story. I'm looking at a top story here on Google. Kyrie Irving and LeBron James says the flat earth is okay. So now there you have breaking news too, as a matter of fact. Just 8 hours ago. Just 8 hours ago, literally. From ESPN.
Literally
Bleacher
8
Report,
hours ago,
and
because
CBS
it says
Sports.
on this Google link I just linked to, and I'm not intelligent enough to actually read anything beyond the
Right.
timing of when it was released.
Man, he's like freaked out about satire news stories that he thought were real. Actually, I brought up Dearborn, Michigan earlier. He posted this fake news story like it was real, that they were forcing like a Christmas children's choir to sing Islamic songs in Dearborn.
That's a great troll though. That's
He trolled
hilarious.
himself. It was just a fucking...
Well, yeah, but the people who put
it's
up
like
that
the
fake
Onion.
article?
It was like the Onion.
Yeah, that's funny.
Oh my God.
CBS Sports was 6 hours ago. Bleacher Report was 8 hours ago.
Oh, thank God he's
ESPN
telling
was
us when
8.
this was all released. Very pertinent information, you dumb shit. I'd rather watch him sit there and finger fuck those sausages.
I'd like to see him gum the fuck out of those sausages.
Yeah, go brain to brain with those sausages, you
Oh,
sicko.
that's a good fucking video. If he just was like picking those up off the paper plate and just hamming them into his mouth.
Yeah, he has no teeth, so, but he said he could gum a medium rare steak. So that would be quite the
medium
video.
rare. Yeah, that's easy. I could probably eat a medium rare steak with my lips only.
I want to
So-
try now.
Yeah, you want to try that? Like just lips only eat a steak?
I don't think I could
lips
do it. I
only.
think my teeth would get in the way.
Yeah, well,
And he
just
choked to
you gotta
death on his steak
soften it.
that day.
Yeah.
15 hours ago.
Because that's the only way to pretend, right?
Well, he probably
'Cause
cuts his
otherwise
steak
you
up hella
naturally
small
wanna
too,
chop
right?
That shit up with your teeth.
He probably cuts it hella small. He probably has.
I have no idea.
Because there's no way he's like gotten a big old. Like I take a big old bite of steak, right?
He said he could gum the fuck out of some steak.
I take a big old bite of steak.
Don't forget, he's also a descendant of Vlad the Impaler. So even though all of his teeth were removed, he can still gum the fuck out of some steak.
He's
Absolutely. Any descendant of Vlad the Impaler could just like destroy meat.
He's a descendant of Glad the trash bag.
Glad the trash bag.
Glad the.
Kyrie Irving
I
and
got
LeBron
nothing.
James says that flat Earth is
Just
okay.
take my fucking money, you fucks. Other
Thank
fucks
you.
better pick up the slack on this last hundo.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, a screaming
I
tree.
actually feel
close.
I actually feel bad at this point if you fucking don't hit this goal tonight, guys. Because I'll be honest with you, I have no plans
right
next
there.
Saturday. I'm gonna be so lonely, guys.
So, welcome aboard, guys.
Welcome.
You know, what
We're
else
aboard.
can I say? You know?
What else
Welcome
can I
aboard.
say? What else can I say?
Okay.
You can say something about the fucking story. Don't just read how long ago it came out.
Yeah, and now he's just sitting here saying nothing. At least edit this out of the video. Oh, no. You know what?
Yeah.
This is a hangout or something because it says Google. up
Or
in the corner.
at least eat the sausages, gum a fucking sausage, turn this into some feeder porn. Yeah.
Now,
There's many avenues that you could approach now, but instead he just sits there and goes, "Yep, but LeBron James thinks the flat Earth's okay." That's
what the
about
fuck
it.
does that mean?
Like, what?
LeBron,
Where you go with this?
First of all, I
That's
don't
recent too.
I don't believe this is true, but even if it is, even if who gives a fuck what LeBron James thinks? He's a basketball player. He doesn't get paid
From
to
what
be
I
smart.
found, I looked it up. LeBron James said it's quite okay that Kylie Irving thinks that the flat Earth is okay.
Oh.
So it's not even that LeBron James thinks flat Earth is okay. It's that somebody else does. He's
Oh.
like, yeah, whatever. Which is a fine opinion. You could tell me, like, okay, I could be sitting here right now and Ben could go, I think flat Earth's all right. And then I would repeat that, go, Ben thinks flat Earth is all right,
and he's a dumbass piece of shit for thinking that.
Yeah, of course, but
Yeah.
I'm just going with it's okay. It's just okay.
Yeah, and then you can be taken out of context. So it's almost as if you said it yourself. By the way, someone just gave us $10. They asked me to do a weed. I actually don't have any flower weed right now, so what I'm doing is I'm scraping. I had this whole thing full of keef, and I'm scraping it.
I'll join you.
Happy New Year's.
Oh,
My
Antonovich,
first chat
Happy
didn't
New Year,
play.
man.
Then I'm disappointed by the lack
Look
of
at that.
crickets for Billy's cringy jokes.
Whoa.
I didn't have the crickets queued up.
I honestly, I think I just didn't tell any cringy jokes tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Calm down. There,
You know what,
Billy.
though?
Ben's had his finger on the cricket button the entire night.
No, shut up.
And I haven't said
shut
one
up,
cringy
shut up,
joke.
Shut up. There's no... I didn't even queue up the crickets, and you know why, Billy?
Why?
Because I want to think positively about how you're going to do things. I don't want to believe you're going to tell all these cringy
Wait a minute.
jokes.
It's a cricket Miss Miracle.
Dylan, my doofy music is Billy's crickets. See, we yet again.
Alan
ripped
has
off.
doofy music for the constant dumb things that he does and talks about.
Yeah.
It's pretty great.
Yeah, here on this podcast, they just do this cricket meme to like fuck with me when I'm being really smart and
you know what?
intelligent.
It's not even a meme because we were at VidCon and we were at a party with a bunch of other people from YouTube, and Billy told a really bad cringy joke, and we were all sitting outside. And nobody laughed, and we could hear crickets chirping in the background.
Oh,
and
no way. It really happened?
Yeah,
like
and
Chris
the whole
Ray-Gun-
crickets thing really fucking happened?
Yeah,
and Chris Ray-Gun says...
Chris Ray-Gun says, and listen, there are literal crickets.
And it was so clever and funny when he said that.
Everyone laughed. Everyone laughed.
I was like, fuck me. That's the worst I've ever been owned my entire life.
Sorry, the next time if I ever see you in real life, I will give you the biggest hug we'll heal that wound.
So I packed this little pipe full of some keef because
There you go. Get in there.
it's amazing how much keef you can get out of like a whole ounce. So I let this keef build up after actually almost 2 ounces now. So there's a lot of it under there. Yeah.
It was one of the VidCon parties. It wasn't really after party. It was one of the
It
night
was
parties.
it was a private party that people had after VidCon, but it wasn't like an
VidCon
official
at
thing.
night. VidCon at night. I think I might take a pee-pee right now. Do we have to watch Von Helden still? I kind of want a pee-pee.
I mean, you can go pee-pee.
Can I
if
take
you
a pee-pee?
want. Yeah, I mean, but can we stop
You're an
calling
adult,
it pee-pee?
You can do whatever you want.
I'm gonna go take a wicked piss.
A
guys.
whiz.
I'm
How
gonna
about a whiz?
I'm gonna take a whiz.
A wizard of cause.
Hey, Wizard of Pause. I just gotta pee. I'll be right back.
All right.
While we're waiting for him to come back, Ben, did you know that Dylan is the driest dick in the West?
What does that mean?
Fuck you, Alan. It means it's. I'm on a dry spell. You know,
Yeah.
happens to the best
Oh,
of us.
you're almost re-virginized? Is that what you're saying?
Almost.
Almost.
Re-virginized / incel. There's a
No.
moment because he could have landed it. He could have done a really cool thing.
Okay.
But he decided not to because her voice didn't meet the criteria.
Her voice?
Voice.
You guys, fucking this story. That's not how it went. Okay. There's
Okay.
other issues.
We've talked about it like
I made
5 times on the show.
I made
So
a
go
fucking-
ahead.
I made a joke about her voice being deeper than I just made a joke about it, and that turned into the whole fucking he didn't do it because she didn't like her voice. No, it's not happen. You weren't there.
Let's hear it.
You
Let's hear
showed
about
us pictures of this chick, and she looked good. She was bad.
Yeah, in pictures.
In pictures, which is fine. That's the only photographic evidence you need.
Was she like a catfish where she didn't look as good in person as she did in the pictures?
No, I mean the pictures were all right, and then in person, I'm like, and then she started talking, and I'm like, and then everything she talked about, I'm like,
It reminds me that the story you're telling me reminds me of a Seinfeld episode where like George Costanza's dating this really attractive woman, but she has man hands, or maybe it's Jerry. Either Jerry or George is dating this girl, and she's really attractive, but she has big man hands. Yeah, and they're like holding hands, and her hands are all big, like bigger than his.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Dude. So he could have gotten laid in Vegas, but No, the way she vocalized.
Yeah, that was
not
that was the only reason, Alan.
Yeah, just her vocalization fucked everything up.
Look, man,
That's
I'll
the only
do it when I'm
explanation I've
ready,
got.
Alan. I'm just not ready right now.
It's not ready.
It happened once in like 6, 7, 8 months. I don't know.
You'll be okay.
I'll get through it. Everyone goes through it.
I sense a soon upswing. You'll be
I do too. I feel really good about some things. So
prayers for Dylan.
The drought will be over. We'll get
no
rains
longer be
in the desert.
the driest dick.
So you're
upon
like-
the West.
It's kind of funny because the way you're describing this is like how a stockbroker describes a bearish market. Like, don't worry, it's going to turn around soon. You know?
It's somebody.
I
believe.
Oh, let's see, and that's the other thing. Somebody in the chat said, if I'm turning down women with a lower voice than me, I'm be turning down a lot of women, and that's true. I have a terrible, terrible
He
voice.
does. This motherfucker
So-
lives on Tinder.
But that wasn't the reason, Alan. You just took a joke and you turned it around. There was no attraction. Just
Welcome to the show, Dylan. All right. Anyway, let's get some more Vaughn in here. I want to know what those sausages do.
Believe that the Earth is flat.
I don't understand why he doesn't eat because the food, he'll record like an hour-long video and leave the food. This video isn't that long, but he'll have an hour-long video where the food is just sitting there the whole time. It's like, why don't you fucking eat it before you record the video?
Maybe it's some pagan
But
ritual.
who the fuck just makes sausages?
Not just sausages, but like those are big sausages, right? Those aren't
Are they
the little
breakfast,
Jimmy Deans.
or are they just? I don't know what kind of sausages do you think they are.
I think they're like the big
Jim
breakfast.
Yeah, like Jimmy Dean type stuff.
They're not sizzling
Yeah.
though, right? Like, or maybe they are. Maybe they're sizzling.
Looks like they were cooked on a
No, they had
a
to be
skillet.
cooked in like a frying pan.
I was looking like they were hearty.
Take them out and put them on paper towels.
I thought they were
So the
hearty
grease
breakfast
is in everything.
sausages. That's why I thought the caloric count was so
I just don't
high.
understand why he wants it to just sit there and get all fucking cold while he records a video that 10 people are going to watch.
So he can gum it and warm it up with his gums.
Uh,
Doesn't wanna burn
probably
his
because I
gums?
got 2 eyes in my head. Would be
There you
my-
go. That's
my
your
thing.
answer.
And 2 eyes and 0 teeth.
This guy also believes that he's the real life incarnation of not only the Punisher, which is funny. There's like a video of him wearing a black trench coat and like pointing a gun at a camera and be like, "Evil must be punished." And then
Yeah, we talked about that on tap
okay.
once, where in his closet the fucking Punisher shit was hanging up there or whatever. Yeah, this guy is certified.
this guy also has what appears to be Chris Chan's famous red, white, and blue striped shirt.
That's
Folks,
That's what.
Yeah, yeah. That's what it looks
This
like.
is an experiment that you can do right now. Get
Right
you an
now.
object that will
Okay.
spin on the table.
Okay.
That you can, that
I've
you
got
can
these
spin and
scissors.
it'll sit there and spin on the
Okay.
table. It doesn't matter what it is.
It's spinning.
Spinning
No, it
top.
does matter. It does matter because not everything's going to
Nope,
spin on a
here's my-
table. But this pair of scissors will. Okay, so I'm going to put it right here on the table. Yeah, I'm spinning it. They're spinning right now. Okay.
Coin, whatever. Just get something that'll spin on the table, right?
Okay, got it. Or a
And then
coin.
get you some water.
Can I use a
Some
19
water.
cent
That's
water?
a fucking Mountain Dew can.
That's Kentucky
what-
water right there.
Yeah, Kentucky water.
Oh.
Got you a can of Kentucky water. Where do you think my teeth went?
No. Remember his story about why he lost his teeth is because his mom found out that they're descendants of Dracula, and so that he wouldn't bite people, they had all of his teeth removed.
Oh, fuck that.
He
No
did.
way did he fucking... Those words came out of his head.
Yes.
That's amazing.
The soda, but it's water. And pour the water on the object while it's spinning.
No, I don't want to do that because I don't want to pour water everywhere, but whatever.
All right.
Why don't you demonstrate this for us instead?
Pour the water on the object while it's spinning. What happens to the water? Oh,
Turns into an ocean.
It goes flying away, doesn't it?
Not always.
Oh.
Not
No,
always.
not always.
It depends on how fast the thing is spinning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now, let's
Oh my God,
expand that
he discovered centrifugal force.
little experiment out to a big experiment, the planet Earth, which is supposedly spinning on its axis hundreds of thousands of
Supposedly.
miles an hour.
According to those
What's going to happen to all that water?
atheists.
Oh, okay. So what he's saying is that because the Earth is spinning, If
the
Earth-
ocean should be in space.
Yeah, the ocean should just be like shooting out into space.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because those scissors spinning on the table.
I mean, wouldn't that mean we'd be flying out into space?
Well,
like
yeah.
everything would,
Doesn't that
right?
scare you?
No.
That's why we're flat Earth.
No.
Look, gravitational pull only exists. Only exists in your atheist lifestyle.
Okay.
Once you accept God, you don't need a gravitational pull. You just have a flat Earth to live on.
Hey. Should fly away.
No.
Gravity be damned. Was gravity?
No, what do you mean gravity be damned? That's what it is.
Gravity be damned.
No, that's the reason it doesn't fly away. What do you mean be oh, the reason that proves me wrong be damned.
You don't think those scissors spinning on the table have their own gravitational
and
pull?
by the way, Mr. Six Figs,
No.
it's centripetal. I'm sorry.
Yeah, centripetal force.
In effect, when you poured the water on the spinning top, yeah. But yet, what happened? The water defied the gravity and left the spinning object, didn't it? Yeah. Well, what do you think it's going to do on an Earth that's spinning hundreds of thousands of miles an hour? It's going to fly away. It's not going to stick.
Just like that.
Yeah, if the Earth didn't generate any type of gravitational field or anything, I mean, that's a cool theory. Nice.
Yeah. I mean,
you got me. Fuck.
Why does he think the moon is why does he think the moon stays put? Yeah.
Made out of cheese. Everyone knows that.
They bang every once in a while. Just don't even question that relationship.
The opposite direction. Like I said, you can do this at home. Get you a spinning top or something that spins on your desk. Pour water on some bitch. See where the water goes. It's going to go flying. It's not going to stick to it. It's not going to stick to it. It's going to.
He's talking about a small object on top of a table versus the Earth.
How great would like a Mr. Wizard series of like these science deniers be? Like Netflix.
Mr. Wizard. I loved that show when I was a
but
kid.
Netflix.
I think
gets
most
all-
people.
the best.
Yeah, most people in our audience are too young to remember that shit.
Well, Bill Nye the Science Guy. Maybe you know that. It's
Beakman's
still
World?
Beakman's World. But wouldn't it be awesome if Netflix
Bill
hired
Nye- What was it? It was Bill Nye, Beakman's World, and then in the morning, early as fuck in the morning, it was Mr. Wizard on Nickelodeon.
Yeah, Mr. Wizard
and
was
usually
on
that'd be
Nickel-
like I'd get up for like school and shit and just like turn the TV on and be like, oh shit,
Mr. Wizard was
What's up?
like the OG, science education TV show.
I'd get up.
And it was good.
I'd get up so early to watch Mr. Wizard. Sometimes I have to sit and listen to that dumb cunt Linda Ellerby.
Linda Ellerby, the Nick News lady.
Oh,
yeah,
dude, she sucked.
fly away. And so it would on an Earth that's spinning on its axis hundreds of thousands of miles an hour. It's going to fly away. Gravity be damned. Was gravity in effect when you poured the water on the spinning top? Of course it was. Well, why?
Well, that's the Earth's gravity pulling.
Yeah, you're trying to do this experiment within another gravitational field. Shut the fuck up.
It's the same reason the top doesn't fly into space is the same reason the water doesn't fly into space.
Yeah, it's all under another fucking huge gravitational field.
Yeah.
How are you going to go up? Science.
And the
Figured it
gravity
out.
get it to hold on to the spinning.
This is what he needs to do if he wants to do an actual science test. Get a sandwich, all right?
A sandwich.
A sandwich. Have your bologna and your cheese inside the sandwich, and throw the sandwich as hard as you can. And the gravity will keep the sandwich together, like they would keep the water on the earth when you throw the sandwich.
I can't take you seriously.
You throw it hard enough.
When you pronounce sandwich as in sandwich.
Sandwich? I'm just showing you how gravity actually works. Throw a sandwich.
Once you started saying sandwich, I had to get up and get another bottle of vodka.
Thank you. Yeah, he's making me want to drink right now. I was just drinking coffee tonight.
Having some water?
Oh, fuck that. Get.
I went to Chipotle. I didn't even get iced tea because it's been keeping me up all night the last couple of days.
Is that border wall Chipotle or just regular Chipotle?
Regular Seattle Chipotle, my commie Chipotle. Communist Chipotle.
Water to hold on to the spinning top. I'll tell you why. Because gravity, number one, is nothing but a theory anyway. But we'll
Thank
get into
God
that.
somebody said it. He finally said it.
Yeah. A scientific theory is something that's been tested to be true. You're getting the word theory and hypothesis mixed up.
Exactly.
Yep.
Which most of these types of people do.
Right. They'll say, oh, it is just a theory. Yeah. Yeah, that's
Isn't
because
flat Earth just a theory. Like, well, it's
not even
to
a
them,
theory.
They always say the flat Earth theory.
It's not even a theory. It hasn't been tested and reviewed.
Yeah, no, but they use that word to make themselves sound like they have a thing
constantly.
Sure, but
so he's just picking and choosing what he wants the word to mean.
Right. It's more of a hypothesis than a theory. They're observing something, and their hypothesis is that it's flat, and that's where they leave it. But that's not how the scientific method works. You have to test it.
Yeah, but they have no scientific data to prove. Yeah. So
they're stopping.
There's more evidence to prove that the Earth is round all day than there ever is to prove that it's flat. And
people are saying not even a
flat Earth
hypothesis. You're
theorists-
right. You're right. It's not even a hypothesis.
It's an idea.
Yeah.
The flat Earth idea.
It's a joke that got taken too far. I think.
I do think
That's
it's
probably
all
the
troll.
most real thing ever.
I do think it's all like troll that people believed in, like dumbasses. We're gonna have a
Like
flat Earth
Jesus
religion.
Christ.
Yeah, it's like the.
That wasn't a control. That
Bush
was a
did
that
9/11.
wasn't a troll. It was a control.
My apologies.
We'll watch a little bit more of this before
later. But the point is that you're fighting against centrifugal forces and shit, and the natural inclination of centrifugal force is to repel shit.
Okay, so if you were on an amusement park ride that was spinning around, you would feel the force. You know, like Gravitron, you would like stick to the wall. Well, why don't you feel the force of the Earth spinning now? It's because it's a totally different fucking thing.
Vaughn, why is your trailer park bedroom door just like sitting at half open?
Right.
That shit should be like flailing either wide open or slammed closed. Come on now.
Yeah.
Those sausages should be flying into the wall of this bedroom that you're sitting in.
Vaughn should be sticking to his ceiling right now.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It's that UFO ride at the fair.
The Gravitron?
Not draw it in, but to repel
Yeah.
Gravitron, yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Right? Gum those sausages,
Gravity
Vaughn.
keeps it on the Earth, the mass of the planet. No, it does not.
Oh yeah, see now he's arguing with his chat room.
No gravity is below the coin. Oh my God. There ain't no gravity below the coin. Are you an idiot? Gravity is supposedly all around me, moron. What do you mean there ain't no gravity?
Supposedly.
Gravity's all around me, supposedly.
Supposedly.
Gravity's a joke, though, anyway.
just
But
Jump up to any altitude I want to when I feel like it.
Gravity is a joke. Gravity is a joke. Gravity's a joke. Gravity's a joke.
It's always nice when like the people you disagree with are so fucking off on every level. You don't have to just pick one thing. Like, man, if it wasn't for this guy might be pretty cool.
Go jump off a fucking building and see how much of a joke it is.
Whoa.
If you don't think that joke's funny, you won't die.
like I said, man, it's actually more akin to electromagnetism than it. Whoa, hello.
Electromagnetism.
That would have been a bad thing.
Electromagnetism. What?
But yeah, anybody can do this.
Bro.
So before we had before humans harnessed electricity. Thank you so much, Jimmy Crunk. I appreciate it.
Jimmy Crunk, you admire.
Before humans harnessed electricity, where the fuck did the gravity come from then? Because electromagnets are magnets powered by electricity.
Just get a spinning top or something that spins, and then pour water on it and see what happens to the water. It goes flying away. Doesn't it?
Okay, Mr. Wizard, I'm surprised we spent this much time figuring out how long the article was posted, and now this long to figure out the fucking pouring water on a top bit. We get it. You're fucking think you're clever. You're not. You haven't been the entire moment.
Put that fucking idea into like a 3D model, and now his head explodes.
Yeah.
Because the Earth is round, and everything tries to pull to the center. And then he goes, oh, where does the water go now? Well, I guess it all tries to go to the center. Holy shit, that'll make a planet.
The only reason I'm still watching this is because I want to see him gum those sausages.
Someone just said hard for a magnet to form without gravity. That's true. The gravitational pull of north and south is what creates magnetism.
We don't know how magnets work.
Oh, we do.
You know, if gravity didn't exist, that'd mean I wouldn't have to stand ever. and that'd be really fucking awesome. But it does, so it's just a daily reminder that gravity exists. That I have to like stand and like walk around. I have to put effort into moving. So let that be a lesson to you, flat earthers. That gravity is real.
There used to be a band back in the day called Gravity Kills. How right they were.
I remember them.
Yeah, yeah. I saw
Dylan remembers them. He was a big new metal guy.
I would say Gravity Kills was more like industrial metal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was in that genre of like when new metal became a thing.
It was a little bit before that, because like that happened after I graduated in '99. Gravity Kills were around a little bit before that when I was still in high school.
They were like on the what became new metal, that industrial sound kind of bred into the new metal sound.
I'm just trying to say I'm not too far off base that like Gravity Kills was in
Honestly,
that era.
I saw them at like a local radio station would have this festival every year, and they'd bring in like a ton of bands to come in and play it. And Gravity Kills played at it, and I had never really aspired. I liked their music, but I wasn't that into them. But I saw them live, and they were actually really fucking awesome. I also saw Stabbing Westward that same show too.
Jesus
Christ. Dude, I fucking love Stabbing Westward.
They just played here in Seattle earlier this year. I didn't get to go because I had to work. But man, I saw them live twice back in the day. They were like that industrial rock kind of thing too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they have one album that just shreds. Every song almost is just like on point.
Yep.
I listened to Aqua.
They don't eat sausages with their gums.
Oh, someone just mentioned Fear Factory.
Fear Factory's awesome.
Yep. Damn,
we
dude.
Played 3 shows with Fear Factory now when they tour through.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, Dylan hasn't because he's a terrible drummer. But me as a excellent bass player in a top tier band have played 3 shows with Fear Factory at this point.
Awesome. That's pretty fucking cool. Why don't you take
yourself, Dylan?
So yeah. What's wrong with your drums, man?
Ooh.
Oh, nothing. I'm just in a different band.
Oh, okay.
I'm just in a better band that doesn't have to do all the cool shows. We're called Hidden Band.
Alan and I are in another band together that is not a band that would play with Fear Factory.
Yeah.
It's a lot more.
Not only do we get on the
mellow.
internet, talk shit, and drink, but we also play music every once in a while.
I see Alan way too much.
I think we're about to wrap it up, but before we do you guys have anything you want to mention that's happening on your show or anything like that?
We're starting our next year, 2019. This will be a year 2 for Not For Human Consumption. That'd be really cool if anybody wants to come and check us out and hang out during the week.
So we need to get you guys on there too.
Yeah, we do. It'd be great for DP to get into NFHC and vice versa.
Absolutely. Yeah, we can work that out. And
the way the show goes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Ben.
I was just going to say, if you guys, during our 24-hour stream, if you guys have any free time in that time frame, you're welcome to come on.
I'll be around.
Okay, cool.
I'll be around. Yeah. If you got a minute, I'll hop in and just hang out. But the way the show mostly works is listener submissions. Like, if you have anything for, hey, look at this, which is like pretty much whatever happened this week in the internet, and like you want us to look at it, and it's funny.
We do that too.
Yeah.
It's a lot. There's a lot of classic look at thises.
Yeah, and if you want to piss off Dave, which is easy if it's anti-communist, anti-capitalist, whatever, it'll piss him off. Throw that at us. But yeah, we have a whole another year to do this, and that's kind of a cool thing, especially when we got our format finally like nailed down. It took a minute. We were new. I started podcasting only because just figured it would be funny, and I kind of like listening to like Dick Masterson and all that shit, and I was like, I'll do a podcast. So here we are a year later.
Yeah,
it'd be cool to have you guys around.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to have you on this show, because I can tell you're already used to the format, and that's usually kind of the litmus test. Sometimes people will bring them on and they're not quite so used to the format, so even though they might be really talented and make good videos, they're a little uncomfortable with how it works at first, and some people learn how to do it and some people don't. So
after doing your guys' shows, it kind of pushed us to want to do video stuff. So I think we're going to be in the future leaning more to doing it kind of like this with the video stream.
Like our show, like I said, it's very free form. So when we started doing tap with you guys and now we're here, it's just that open format. Like we're going to play a video, comment on it, and whatever.
And we'll go on fucking tangents forever.
Yeah.
We do that too.
That reminds me about we're gonna make wetlands be the pedophilia free grounds. Florida is gonna turn into just Pedophiliaville. Washington.
What happens to
God
Washington?
damn it.
We Pedophiliaville. Or
Yeah. And
So
anywhere
Florida and
you
Washington?
can mow down wetlands. if there is a wetland available, we are going to flatten it.
Wait.
And it's going to be pedophilia camps.
Wait, are you my friend?
Yeah.
Someone's going to take this and be like, look, we were right.
We were right.
Yeah,
Oh my
see?
god.
And NFHC Patreon was taken down.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be the fucking butt of every
This
joke. Oh my
place
god.
supports pedophilia. God damn it.
Yeah.
The views and expressions that Alan has given.
Yeah. Yes, disclaimer. Yeah, but thanks for joining us on the show. And for the rest of you guys, we'll see you in the post show if you want to watch it. You can see me and Billy and even interact with us live on the post show. You can either become a $10 patron or you can become a member of this channel. You can click the join button down below. Good night, everybody.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Later, guys.
Good night.
In the beginning, there was nothing, and then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants, Drunken Peasants.